Enemy Titan detected.
It's game time.
Rated M for mature.
Get the new Xbox One S.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TwitchCon 2016. My name is Golden Boy. I'm joined by my homie, the one and only Jay Fresh. Jay for Chet. How you doing, my man?
That is me. I'm good, brother. I'm good. Day 2 of TwitchCon. Day 2 of showing some awesome Titanfall 2 gameplay. Great to be reunited with you, my friends.
I know.
We go way back.
Way back.
I'm super excited to do this stream with you.
In the days.
In the days.
That's right. So, of course, for those of you guys who were here earlier, you got to see my pretty mug on the stream. But this time around, you get to hear me do my thing. This time, joined by the one and only Jay Fresh. So, I'm pumped because Titanfall 2, I had a chance to actually cast one of the first matches at Gamescom.
Yep.
And that was super fun. You know, games were intense. We got a chance to see a couple of the new maps, new Titans, the new game type.
Yep.
Just so much really to dive into here. What is it about Titanfall 2 that has you so excited, Jake?
What I love about it is it's taking the formula of Titanfall 1 and really just building upon it and just adding so much more content. And so what people are going to start to see, especially in the full title, is the meta of the game, the strategy of the game has become much deeper than it was before. Players are really going to be able to define and express themselves throughout the game and find the way that they want to play. So I'm really excited to see what the community is going to do with it once this game comes out.
That's right, folks.
And this event is amazing. Like, this is such a cool way to like show it off. Doing TwitchCon all weekend, you know, having people playing the game in the booth, you know, seeing a lot of the folks from Twitch here. We're doing giveaways all weekend long. There's all sorts of exciting stuff happening.
Lots of cool stuff. It's been so insane. I went upstairs. I got some Auntie-Anne's. I was eating in, dirtied my shirt. That just tells you how insane this event has
been. In our
been.
HD stream, you can see it.
You can see it right there,
That's
dude.
what
Look
it
at
is.
that. Look, I'm gonna
we already know the
up.
comments are like,
right
what
there.
is that?
I know, right? People are just like, this guy's a savage. Why doesn't he know how to eat some food? Anywho.
You got to eat, man.
I know. I got to learn to eat. That's right. TwitchCon, though, second year in a row. You know, always a pleasure to be here. Twitch, I think, you know, for a lot of gamers, has just been a really transformative experience. This convention is certainly a testament to that, which has been great. And it's good to have Xbox here.
Absolutely.
Of course, Xbox. I put a lot of hours in my Xbox. And I know everyone's going to be like, oh, shill, sell out, blah, blah, blah in the chat. You can go ahead and say that all you want. But you can go ahead and check me out on Xbox Live and make sure to see those hours played, the years I've been a part of Xbox Live. I was like a founding member or something like that.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, I have like a really old account.
I think I just hit my 9-year anniversar with Xbox Live.
I think I have an 11-year anniversary, like something like that. I know I got Xbox Live like the first, I think the first like week or two or something like that, because there were a bunch of really cool games out back then. So I was just like wanted to play everything. So, you know, like for me, this is actually really cool to be able to host here on the Xbox stage, showing off Titanfall 2. And we're going to be talking about the game type as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be using, this is basically a branch build off from our tech test that we ran. And so what these folks are going to be playing, we have 2 different maps. We're going to forward-based Kodai and Boomtown, and we're going to be playing Amped Hardpoint.
Nice. And we'll make sure that we remind you guys how all that goodness is going to play out later on today. But just so you guys are aware, too, we also have some cool stuff that we're giving away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? Yeah, you're going to see some opportunities for giveaways to happen, so make sure you're watching very closely on the stream. We may be popping up some codes here and there, so you want to make sure you're ready for those. Those are going to be first come, first serve. But yeah, lots of other cool stuff given away as well. We're going to be doing streams all weekend long. We got the stream going on today. We're going to have streams going on tomorrow. So it's really exciting. We're going to be here supporting all of it.
That's right. So more on that in a little bit. But, you know, to kind of dive back into that conversation we had about Xbox Live, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the fastest, most reliable networks,
Absolutely.
you know, for gamers that are out there. So it's fantastic. I could not stress it enough. I've been playing on the darn thing for years now, and I love it. You know, it's whether it's first-party games, third-party games, it's always been great for me, especially games like Titanfall. Titanfall, actually, the original one, had an incredibly smooth launch on Xbox.
That's true.
Because of, I remember that beta, which I spent a lot of hours playing.
Yeah, and our tech test really gave us a great opportunity to run our new matchmaking system through its paces. That was really kind of the core reason we wanted to get that tech test out there. And so going into launch now, you know, we're feeling really confident that, you know, we're going to be improving a lot of the matchmaking, even from Titanfall 1, and just having a really good, smooth experience for gamers on launch day.
That's right. So now the good news, folks, we talked about this before. We said we were going to be doing some giveaways, and I'm shuffling
Should
through
we give
here,
away an Xbox
'cause
Live code? Should we give one
I'm
away?
I'm looking right now, Jay.
Can I make
Are we
one
doing
appear?
it? Are we doing
Can I
it?
make
Make
one
it appear.
appear? Let's see.
Magic fingers.
Boom!
There you go.
First
All
come,
right.
first serve. Go
Run.
get it.
Go.
Dude, that's 12 months
Ahora.
Xbox Live Gold. That's
a lot of nuts.
I mean, and you've seen Gold evolve in really great ways. Like, in addition to just having all of the functionality that you get with Gold, the Games with Gold program
Games with
now,
Gold.
the amount of free big and little games that I've gotten through Xbox
Yeah,
Live,
I picked up a
it's
couple
great.
good ones on Games with Gold as well. I'm trying to remember some of the more.
Some great indie titles coming out of Games with Gold.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
man.
Big time.
Yeah. I think that's like that's the biggest one, right? Being able to play some of the smaller titles
Yep.
that like you don't really get like mainstream exposure, but obviously Games with Gold is a kick-ass product, so you definitely go want to check that one out.
Congrats
100%.
on your code, whoever won that one.
Yes, say in the chat if you want it. If not, go ahead and just keep making What Face the number 8 stream, thing on Twitch on number 8 emote
Kappa.
and spam it. Not Kappa. Okay, I'm trying to gain on Kappa here.
Oh,
Jay.
you're right.
I'm trying to gain
Global
on Kappa,
icon, national
okay?
treasure.
You know, and I feel like Twitch is keeping the What Face down. You know, I'm gonna go on a tirade for a second. Because I look around the venue, where's the What Face Theater?
You're right. I was by the merch booth and I was looking for that. You don't even have a pin.
Where? I don't have a pin. I don't have a pin.
We have to talk to somebody.
How does What Face not have a pin?
We're gonna have to talk to somebody.
This
You're
is
right.
insane.
This is wrong.
It's a sad day.
You deserve it.
I do deserve it.
You're
You know,
right.
I'm beautiful, man. My
You're
mom
a global
loves me.
icon and a national treasure.
Exactly. World renowned, entertainer of millions. This is absurd. What is
Absolutely.
this madness here?
What else are we giving away?
Well, I mean, we're giving away. Let's see here. I'm going to shuffle through some of my stuff here because you obviously have a better idea of this than I do.
I know we're giving away.
What are we giving
So
away?
one of the first things that's up front in this booth, we have a beautiful collection of the Xbox One S's.
Oh, really?
Which, I mean, you can see that right here. Gorgeous new design. If
actually
you want
quite
to
pretty.
enlist, use the hashtag you're seeing right there on the screen, hashtag Xbox Sweepstakes, for a chance to win one of these beautiful consoles that we have here.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Xbox S recently released, great new design. And speaking of, you've got the Xbox S with the sexy Titanfall 2 Vanguard Elite controller.
I like the Titanfall one. That's
You've
nice.
got the Vanguard with the BT7274 designation with the controller. We've got the gorgeous, simple Battlefield 1 matte military
I like that
green.
one a lot. That
and
one's
then your
nice.
classic Xbox One S.
I like the Titanfall one. That one
Xbox-
actually is not bad.
Titanfall 1 I think is great.
not
We're seeing a
biased
lot
at
of great
all,
response to the fans.
You're not biased.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I've love for all of them for sure. You know what? It's fun because we're at that time period where a lot of cool Titanfall stuff with the Funko ones that were just announced as well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
World Toys, and so I'm already scheming how I'm going to fill my desk up with this type of
Scheming.
stuff. Scheming. That's my word. But yeah, I mean, this being released this year, I think was just a great play for Xbox. It's a great new design. You're adding in a 4K Blu-ray reader, 4K video support.
Yeah.
Consoles and video games have always driven technology, and I think a lot of gamers are always those early adopters. So for people out there that are getting those 4K TVs right now, to have a console that they can sort of make use of that and start seeing great 4K content right away, I think that's just such a great value for these guys.
For sure. It's actually it's the first time that I've seen an Xbox One S. It's
nice,
like a
isn't it?
unicorn. No, but this is actually the first time I've seen it. It is surprisingly really small. Because I have the original. I bought it week 1.
Yep, same.
As a matter of fact.
Same.
And it's pretty big. But you
No
know what?
power brick.
This is cool. So
It's
you
all
know
internal.
if you want no power brick. Oh snap!
Isn't
That's
that amazing?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually
Beautiful.
is kind of cool.
I love
you know
it.
what, man? You learn something new every day. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
So this is pretty dope. Of course. And if you guys want to win one, make sure you use that hashtag Xbox Sweepstakes when you talk about this stream. And you know what, man? Just some brownie points. Why don't you link the stream? Why don't you link it? Let people know what's going on here.
Let them know how much fun you're having watching us.
You can see this pretty mug, that pretty mug. He's gorgeous.
That's true.
He's gorgeous.
That is true.
So yeah, that's awesome. Really excited there. So what else do we have in store here?
So next, obviously something near and dear to my heart, and I'm really hoping I'm going to get one of those. I'm a new employee to Respawn, and so I'm hoping I'm going to be getting one of these bad boys. That is the Vanguard Edition.
That's right.
Of Titanfall 2. This is a really rad package. If you would, this is a partnership with Amazon. If you would like for a chance to win this, see the hashtag right there, TF2CE Sweepstakes.
So many hashtags.
So many hashtags, but so many great
Remember
things
them
to
all.
win. It's
Very
totally
true.
worth it. You got to do it. So start getting that hashtag out there. There's a great shot of it, of everything that's coming with it. You've got the game, the scarf, we've got the patches, the journal, and that amazing helmet. I'm really blown away by the production of this thing. Do we have one, Golden Boy?
Well, the good news is I
Can we
managed
see
to
it?
steal one. I stole this helmet here.
He like Ocean 11.
I Ocean 11 this helmet.
That
There's
was
actually
that was
a replica
in
in the other
a
room.
case. And
This
we
is
just took it.
this is a wearable helmet. You
Yes.
can actually wear this helmet.
100% wearable.
Yeah, you can put. Not right now. Not at this very moment.
Oh, I'll put it on. Let me see. I'm gonna show him.
Hashtag soon.
I'm gonna show him. let me see it.
Here we go. All right, Jay's gonna do it. Here you go. Put it on your face. I just look so darn handsome that I don't know if I could have done it. There he goes. Oh my goodness. It is a wearable helmet. It fits. It fits, he says. There's actually, so there's a light here, I think. Am I in the right area? I'm trying to find it. Oh, dude, look at the lighting back here. So you see it like actually has certain lighting here. It has a lighting there. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's actually a really cool helmet.
So yeah, I mean, in addition to this just being a rad helmet, obviously, that you can wear, the front visor lights up. It's hard to see with these lights here, but you can absolutely press a button on the side to light it. And on the other side, from the inside, there's an internal speaker. You can actually get some VO from BT7274, who's the Vanguard Titan that you're going to be playing with in the single player for the game. I love his voice. I want him to read me bedtime stories at the end of the night. So yeah, I mean, this is such a cool thing to have. I think we're going to see it, and I love it when you get something unique. Rad and functional like this.
Yeah, it's super unique. I mean, you know, you see all these games and they always have like different, you know, like different like merchandise or gear or whatever. But no one is ever to like wear it. So
yeah,
I'm glad
exactly.
that there's finally something that you can put on and wear. So now, guys, of course, there's so much going on here. So much. We got to talk about the schedule, what we're going to be seeing on stream. So Friday had just passed, but there was a lot of really cool stuff there, of course, a lot of Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 stuff. We're basically doing the same thing here, guys. You're going to be joining us essentially all the way until, you know, the show wraps up to the Day 2 report there. And then join us once again on Sunday, where we will kick things off with Titanfall 2. You'll see us once again at 10:30 a.m. All times are Pacific time.
Yep.
So this
lots
is
more giveaways. We got Major Nelson here interviewing our influencers. Lots of great Twitch streamers and influencers that are here playing the game. I'm really excited to watch it because a lot of these guys have been out to the studio and had a lot of time to warm up and play as well. So yeah, breakdown for today. We're just going to be heading into Amped Hardpoint with the Twitch influencers. These guys, we were starting to get some really great comebacks yesterday, some really close matches in Amped Hardpoint. So I'm really excited to kind of see like what people have learned, what people are going to be bringing to the table this time around.
It's a good thing I'm not on the sticks. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was, it'd be rap. You know, it'd be lights out.
It's intimidating. I'm always blown away by what the community can do. Because even, you know, perfect example, Sager with the training run.
Yeah.
You know, hitting that 20.9 seconds. Even internally at Respawn, the designers of it were like, how did he do that? Like, it blew our minds.
I've known him for years. Super talented dude.
Yes.
And he's a competitor as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's quite refreshing to see some of these, you know, like more competitive broadcasters, guys who like to, you know, stream multiplayer-focused games coming out here and kicking butt.
No, I totally agree. Like, seeing what they're able to do with the game goes far beyond even our own expectations, and that's always just a fun thing to see happen.
That's right. That's right. So, of course, not only do we have amazing things to give away, like you know, hopefully someone got that Xbox Live code. You know, make sure you, if you redeemed it, I hope you let us know in the chat.
And that Xbox S, that Vanguard Edition.
That 1S is nice as well. You know, it's not that bad.
Show us online. Want to see the winners.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good stream. You get us. You get tons of Titanfall gameplay.
You get us.
We're gonna be doing a lot of matches of Amped Hardpoint, showing you guys just tons and tons of like great gameplay. I'm really excited to show it, man. It's just such a fun game to watch and talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that for a lot of fans out there, you know, they've been eagerly anticipating seeing more Titanfall, you know, gameplay. There was, you know, the beta. People got their hands on that. People had a chance to. Or the tech test, I should say.
Yeah.
People had a chance to, you know, really dive deep into that. I know I was one of the people who did so. Whether it was at EA Play, that was actually my first experience playing Titanfall 2. That was totally fun. Gamescom, I pretty much just sat there, or I should say stood there, because there was nowhere to sit at Gamescom. I stood there the entire time and just played Titanfall. I was only there for like 2-3 days, I want to say, and it didn't matter because I was there to play Titanfall and all the other like awesome games that were at the EA booth, which was really fun.
It's been really fun fun these past 2 weeks to kind of open the door on, showing more. In addition, we showed the pilots trailer. We've shown what all the Titans can do. We've seen a lot of new gameplay footage come out from the streamers that came to Respawn and were able to play the full game, so they could see all the different types of kits that they can do and the customization, whether that be cosmetic or, the different boosts and pilot abilities. And then just seeing what all the Titans are like. And when you put all those pieces into the mix, starting to really get that full picture of what the game is capable of and what you're capable of as a player, which is really exciting. Another big part, too, we just recently started showing single player.
Yes.
Which I'm personally really excited about. It was the first thing I wanted to get into when I started over at Respawn. I think I'm on my 3rd playthrough of the campaign right now.
Really?
It's great.
Any spoilers?
No, definitely not. I definitely don't want to be doing any spoilers. We had a great trailer that just came out recently that we should throw to. It's our single-player cinematic trailer that just came out.
So let's actually go ahead, check it out. Titanfall 2 single player. Enjoy.
Of all the things I've seen on the battlefields of the frontier, the pilot is the true dominant force. Fast and agile. Graceful, yet devastating. Perceptive. Resourceful. And relentless. A pilot sees the world differently. Sheer walls become flanking routes. Pilots fight differently. Experienced in deception and maneuver, even overwhelming odds shift in their favor. But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal. The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC, forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we try to resist. Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, we have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated. Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
Get the new Xbox One S.
Awesome. That was absolutely incredible. Of course, Titanfall 2 single player. I know I speak for a lot of fans out there when I say that I am particularly excited for Titanfall to finally have a single player game that you can really sink your teeth into and learn the universe that Respawn had created.
Yeah, the team's really proud of what they've done. They obviously have an incredible pedigree of making awesome first-person campaigns for a lot of these guys. The last one they worked on was Modern Warfare 2's campaign, which is not a bad campaign.
Not a bad game.
Not a bad campaign. So yeah, they're really up for the challenge. Obviously, building multiplayer first and thinking about those mechanics of a pilot that can run on walls, that can use all sorts of different types of weapons, that has a 20-foot Titan that they can hop in and out of. Like, how do I make a great multiplayer, single-player experience out of that? And the team really stepped up to that challenge, and I think made something that has a lot of variety, that has something that's just really fun and interesting to play. A game that you play with the sticks, but with your mind as well. And I think folks are really going to love it. I'm super proud of what they've done. I can't wait till we show it off. itself. We did a couple gameplay videos that are out there, some little snippets from 3 different missions of the game that give you a little taste of what's out there. But other than that, no spoilers coming from me, man. It's a great game. I will say every time I watch that trailer now, I'm definitely attached to BT. And so, every time I see that, I'm like, BT, that's my man. BT. That's man. I think you guys are going to feel the same way after you play it.
Yeah, of course. Titanfall 2 single player, it's going to be awesome. We are here to commentate over some multiplayer gameplay. One of the things multiplayer gameplay is known for in Titanfall is the customization.
Yes, absolutely.
And customization has always been a big thing. What weapons you use, what equipment you use, what you use on your Titan, all that stuff. But now there's a new layer of customization in the world here, Jay. And that comes in the form of the Design Lab.
Yes.
You like that segue?
Yeah.
You like that segue?
Dude, that was...
I brought it. You thought I was going somewhere.
Gamers love to be able to do that. That's 100% true.
Brought it right back.
That was nice.
So good. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Clever,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Very
it's like
clever.
about
I like
it's like shredding gum. So they pay me in layers. So the Design Lab, folks. Now, I love to personalize my gear.
Yes.
I am a big fan of it.
Same.
It has to be gold, right? I got to live up to the name. It has to pop.
Yes.
What about you? What color really?
Man, I always have a hard time. It depends. I fluctuate a lot. I love sort of the warm-cool combo. It's simple, but I love doing blue and orange together. I always thought that looks really good.
Blue and orange, okay.
That's usually my go-to. That's kind of the first way. But honestly, the thing I always joke about with the Design Lab controllers is there's so many combinations that you can do for it, like literally millions of combinations.
Yeah.
And so I get sort of the blank page dilemma. Sort of like, I remember in high school you'd write a paper and you sit there for 20 minutes trying to figure out, like, what font am I going to use?
Yeah.
Right? That's sort of that problem where I'll sit there and I'm like, where do I even start with this? So I love seeing a lot of the designs people come up with. When Design Lab was first announced and people were doing theirs, I loved all the social media outreach that was happening and people posting pictures of what their controllers were going to look like. It was really inspiring to kind of see. So, I just think it's a great program.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Of course, Design Lab, 8 million possible color combinations.
It's insane.
That's a lot of nuts. All right, and so let's just dive a bit deeper into what Design Lab is, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So let's check it out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I am the king of the kingdom, the number one reason this is a sold out affair. I am the 5th season, all I do is win, bro. Losing is a place I never win. Truth, I got the game in my pocket. Truth, I'ma set it off like a rocket. Truth, once I turn it on, can't stop it, can't stop it. Nothing gets me down when I wanna go up. I do what I want, ain't waiting on luck. If the world was a ladder, I'd be standing at the top. I know you know. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. Oh, I see you looking. Bet you ain't never seen nothing like me, babe. I see you looking at me. I see you looking at me. I see you looking. Bet you ain't never seen nothing like me, babe. I see you looking. Bet you ain't never seen nothing like me, babe.
There you have it, the Design Lab. Of course, lots of colors. Once again, 8 million possible.
It's crazy.
Color combinations. It's insane.
Yes.
It's insane.
You know what? I think we should give away a code.
Really? Again?
Let's give away a Design Lab code. It's a stream. We're doing
Design Lab
giveaways.
code.
Let's do another one. I'm going to make one appear. Let me see. Boom!
Go.
Totally free Design Lab controller. First come, first serve. Go use that code.
That's exciting. Go.
I just used it.
You did?
No,
oh, well,
I
he's
want
a
to, though.
cheater.
I do.
Don't,
I want to.
I can't trust you now. I
No,
don't know if the
that's
viewers
for the
at home
fans
can.
out there. And whoever won that, like, tweet at us what your design is, like what you went for on your controller. Like I said, I love seeing what people come up with for this. It's pretty inspiring.
I think you should do gold. Personally, go with gold. Go with like any hue of yellow or some kind. Maybe a little more in the creamy department.
Dedication to Golden Boy.
Come on, man. Do brother a solid. You know what I mean? You want to have that cream yellow color. Maybe have a little bit of a. Maybe I want gold. That's just it.
Yes.
I was talking to Major Nelson the other day, and I said, "Hey, man, I just want some gold." And he said, "How about, how
you
about
want the luster? You want the shiny gold?
Yeah, I want him to actually take it in solid gold. Like that. I want a solid gold.
You want a 14-karat, like 9 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I want. You know what I mean?
Solid gold elite
and
controller.
I think Design Lab is going to give me that one day.
Yeah.
One day.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will.
Kappa. All right. So, guys, speaking of Kappa, let's talk about our Twitch influencers who are going to be here today.
Yes.
Because we're going to have a couple of awesome people playing some Titanfall 2 for your entertainment. And we're going to have X Factor, 2 Angry Gamers, TV, my good friend, Darkness429, Adversary D, Legend Queen.
Legion.
I know.
You'd love giving Jordan a hard time.
I've known him for years.
Right?
Come on, Jay.
I know.
And the one and only
Game Sager.
Game Sager.
So this is a really, really strong team. Jordan last night was doing some amazing stuff. Game Sager, we all know,
I don't
is
believe
amazing.
You. I don't believe Legion doesn't do anything right.
Legion had like one of the plays of the game with a snipe with the charge rifle. He was trying to do it all game, and one of the last ones on Boomtown, he got it, and it was just absolutely.
Wow, good job, man.
He's going to surprise people. And my man Tim's been playing the crap out of the game. He was up at the studio doing that recently.
You know, I know X Factor. He goes hard in the paint.
Yep.
Right? I know Game Sager. You know, this guy.
He's going to be super
gonna
disruptive.
Throw down.
It's going to be bad.
The gauntlet's real.
Yep.
So this is awesome. Once again, guys, your Twitch broadcasters are going to be participating in this one.
It's going to be a tough team to beat.
X Factor, 2 Angry Gamers, Darkness429, Adversary D, Game Sager, and Legion. So we're going to be checking this one out in a little bit.
Yeah, it was really fun to have these guys in the studio. Like I said, we let them basically play the game all day long, and we unlocked pretty much all the multiplayer from them. So it was really sweet to start seeing the stuff that we were doing. You know, I think folks to keep an eye on based on watching yesterday. Game Sager is always just, he's really started to master the mobility of the game. He's doing a lot of great strategy and playing in a lot of smart ways, being really disruptive, especially in an objective mode like Amped Hardpoint. You know, we've tweaked the mode this time around, so there's a little bit more of a twist to it. You're going to see that with a lot of the game modes in Titanfall 2. You know, we sort of looked at all of them and figured what can we do better this time around. And again, this is reinforcing player agency, giving a lot of choice, also letting players define the types of roles that they want to play and making that meaningful for them, and then and letting their gameplay express who they are. Sager is someone who masters all the sort of like nitty-gritty, granular details of the game, and with Amped Hardpoint, you see him using that a lot. We have that twist where once you secure a point, you can then amp it.
Yeah.
And so what's really smart that you're going to see Sager doing is he's smart. Like, the way to amp a hard point is not to just sit on that hard point. What he does is you want to get verticality. You want to start using that wall running and just be circling around while it's doing it, because you're using that amped hard point as bait. And if you're just sitting there, other team's going to really come on top of you right away, and you're not going to be able to defend yourself. So him staying really mobile, using kits like the Pulse Blade, you know, he's been able to get the jump on folks, and like I said, throw a lot of surprises. So I'm really excited to see sort of like how people are going to react to that this time around.
Yeah, I'm excited as well, and of course, Jay here is going to be dropping knowledge for you guys throughout the game. So this way, if you are not familiar, if this is your first time watching Titanfall 2, you will have that guy right there to guide you through all the nitty-gritty. You're my color commentator here.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is really fun to do. You know, I'm still learning the game very much as well. Now that I'm playing it a lot at the studio, I'm still very much in like the experimental phase where I'm trying a lot of different types of Titans, trying a lot of different types of kits, and figuring out the kind of player I want to be in the game, which is what's really fun about it, is that discovery aspect of the multiplayer and realizing how deep you can get with it. And these guys give me a lot of inspiration. Like, so watching them do stuff, like I said, that I've never even seen or thought of, and even on maps that I've played a lot, where I'm like, that's a really cool way to get you know, through forward-based Kodai. What I'd like to see this time around, well, from what we saw yesterday, a lot of people focusing on the grapple and the Pulse Blade pilot kits.
Yes.
Pulse Blade and Amped Hardpoint is a great call. It's a knife that you throw that gives you a brief sonar that outlines enemies that you and your team can see. And so when you're either defending a hard point or approaching one, it's a great way to sort of anticipate enemies coming to and for.
Yeah.
What I'd love to see more, especially on these, is folks making more use of things like Cloak and Stim. We did see some pretty nice plays with the hologram, especially on Boomtown, using that bridge and the hologram as bait was really interesting, and so I'd love to see more of that. So I'm hoping we see a bit more variety in sort of the pilot kits this time around, and seeing what they do with that.
Yeah, I'm more of a grapple hook kind of guy. I've always enjoyed the grapple, flying around and doing, you know, just doing my thing, right?
Yeah,
flying all over the place like a crazy person.
It's really satisfying.
Super fun. All the different guns, too.
Yeah.
Shoot, I love them all. The assault rifle's incredible.
Yep.
You know, again, you guys are going to see a lot of cool weapons in this one. So.
And in the full game, there's a lot more. You're going to see a lot more weapons this time around than what you even saw in Titanfall 1. So you're going to see a lot more options, again, to how you want to build your character.
The Kraber.
The Kraber's in the
Kraber.
tech test build, yep.
Okay.
And you know, we've seen
You
double
think we'll
take
see it today?
as well. We saw it a little bit. So where I typically saw it, and I was not, I guess not totally surprised. I thought maybe we'd see it more on Kodai, but I actually saw people using it a lot on Boomtown, which is really smart. People, once you secure that B point, teams forming a perimeter on the high ground and on the roofs and just sitting back and picking up guys.
It's a good
steal
spot
it.
to hold up. It's a good spot to
Absolutely.
hold up.
Yep.
So it makes a lot of sense. So we're just waiting for everyone to get ready to go here, folks. We know that you guys are excited to check out Titanfall 2 multiplayer, especially with our incredible Twitch broadcasters who are going to be playing.
Yes.
It should be a good time, and we will jump into that as soon as it is available. Is there anything else that really fans should keep an eye on as far as Titans are concerned? Because we've been talking a lot.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We've been talking a lot about, you know, the different weapons, the abilities, the equipment, but
Pilot
what about
mobility
the
itself.
Titans, man?
So the two Titans you're going to see here based off our tech test build, you're going to see Ion and you're going to see Scorch.
Ooh, I like Scorch.
Scorch is a character I never thought I would really get into. It's sort of a heavy class character. You have a thermite grenade launcher, which has, you know, you can fire one at a time in a slow reload, but it does great area damage and also does a ton of damage if you can get those direct hits. And then with the special abilities, you know, you have your big sort of firewall that you can smash down, and you have your gas canisters, which you can combo. Firing those and then lighting them on fire creates a huge area of effect, which is thermite just flaming up everywhere. It's a great use for crowd control, great way to disrupt sort of flow and lane so people can't get to you. And then that core ability, that giant arm smash, that just
I know. And then, of course,
lays waste to everybody.
Talk about Ion, and Ion has essentially the Iron Man beam. He has, you know, the charge beam right in front. I love that ability. It is so sick.
Yep. Devastating
you know,
when it's pulled off correctly. You can drop a Titan so fast with that.
Yes, you have to be careful too, because you hear it, and it like one thing I really enjoy is that it feels like it's doing an immense amount of damage.
Yes.
Right? Like, as soon as it pops out, it almost feels like if I didn't think so, it'd be damaging my own Titan. That's how, like, crazy it sounds, and that's how insane it looks like as it comes out of Ion itself. So
yeah, I mean, huge shout out to the animators, artists, and audio team on Titanfall 2. Like, you're right. I mean, the guns sound great, the abilities look and sound great, the assassinations are so interesting to watch, and so I just really think it speaks to just the quality of the team and what a great job they did.
Couldn't agree more, man. But we know you guys want to see some Titanfall gameplay, and we're going to oblige.
Let's get to it.
Let's go ahead and jump right into the action.
We are here on Boomtown, Amped Hardpoint, starting up.
All right, and now you're going to be checking out the Spitfire LMG here, and this is in my personal opinion, one of the better guns in the game. I say this because it comes with 80 shots, so 80 rounds essentially, and with the grapple hook, you can make some fantastic movement. And look at that there. Game Stager will not be able to stay alive. That's actually going to be Legion who manages to pick one up there. And not bad, not a bad start so far.
I love what Legion did here. He took the wide route. He was anticipating that the other team was going to try to be disruptive and go straight for that bookend C cap, and so he put a kind of a stop to that right away. You're seeing, Sager's got blue or B already locked down. And he's just, it's exactly what he's, this is what he did yesterday too, and I think this is super smart. Getting the high ground, getting at those spawn points, and sort of disrupting the other team so they can't even get to B, and his team can just start amping it and holding it down.
Yeah, and also another thing too that you're going to notice is he's really,
look at that.
I like it, but he's relying on the hip fire of the car, right? The CAR.
Yep.
It's a great weapon to use. Now we're going to be checking out Legion here. And Legion and Adversary D as well. So we'll flip between these guys as much as possible. It's funny because I did the Battlefield one earlier today, and now I know that people actually saw me, which I think is hilarious because I look like a dork playing in a suit and stuff. But, you know.
You're dapper, man. You're always, you're setting the standard for the rest of us.
You got to show up. And look, and you know, one thing I like about Legion here is that when he plays, he basically looks like he has no idea what's going on in life. And that is the most enjoyable thing about watching Legion play.
Which is such, like, it's a great play because you think that, but...
You think he doesn't know what he's doing.
But he does.
But you find out he doesn't. He's just really good at acting like he does.
And you know what? Same thing from yesterday, and, you know, he's rocking that charge rifle, and, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see how many pilots he can try to pick off with that. I love that, you know, that typically being reserved as an anti-Titan weapon. I kind of love him having that in the mix. Boy, and look at these guys just right on top. But you know what? Honestly, you know, opposing team is still kind of in this. For sure.
Yeah, they're still very much in this one, and a little switch there. But for Legion, back over here, let's see what he's going to do. Looking for one in front of him, and he will not be able to find it. That's going to be a pick there. Now, good work indeed. Two Angry Gamers. His turn to shine. See what he could do as he does call down a Titan. And now we're going to start to see some Titan gameplay here. And the thing about Titanfall 2 is you don't just want to pick up your Titan and use it willy-nilly. Like, you have to be very cognizant of how you're using it.
Absolutely.
Or else, if you end up losing a Titan and it gets completely stacked up, like now that they know that the Orange team knows that there is a Titan out there, I would not be surprised if we see an Orange Titan drop in just a little bit.
No, I agree. And the only thing is I maybe would have gone for Scorch in this situation. I like that, they played the right move. You've got the Titan, you've got that strength, so let's go right for B and control that central area so you can draw a lot of attention to it. I might have even gone into Auto Titan here and just hung out on the roofs to pick these guys off. And you can see he's staying pretty uncontested on B, which is pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, that is quite surprising. Of course, though, the Titan, you really need to handle a Titan. Your pilots can defeat Titans, don't get me wrong. But in those kinds of situations, hey, might as well bust out a Titan of your own and take advantage of it. They are still going to have the lead, though, our Twitch influencers, so continuing to do a lot of work. North Star Titan's just going to be in a world of hurt as well. That charge rifle is causing a lot of damage onto Ion.
Yeah, I think that was a great escape. Unfortunately, and that's, I think a good team play in that situation where you have a Titan in the middle there. You should have had a couple teammates that are there giving some air cover. Like I said, that Titan's going to draw a lot of fire, which is really going to make it easy for you to identify where the other team is at.
And one of the opponents there was there for a pickup. Legion, though, looking to follow it up. Push this one forward. You can't grapple the tree, though, because you have to be able to grapple something that has a sturdy surface to it. So
he was
like
just
a wall
shoot for the stars almost literally.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can grapple some. I've grappled some. I think you can do the lamppost.
That's one of my favorite things about sort of the mobility of this game is that it's those jumps, it's those routes that when you first look at it, you're like, I can't do that. And you're like, oh, yes, I can.
Yeah, like, I have the capability if I just believe.
So, again, you're seeing basically, what I kind of predicted. You're seeing a lot of the kits, both being the Pulse Blade and the Grapple. Great kits. The Pulse Blade especially in this situation is really, really good. Especially when you're trying to take A and C. Both of those being behind a lot of cover, both of those being areas where people can really be sneaky and hide. Having that really gives you that confidence to be able to take that. See, he's waiting with that charge rifle. He just wants to pick some people off. Now, this has been one of the closer matches that I've seen so far. This has been really strong.
Yeah.
And you see him B being amped, which is, I'm very surprised at how... We really are seeing a lot of the firefights and a lot of the contention happening on the edges.
Yeah, that's true.
A nice Ion showdown. This will be fun.
Yeah, so two Angry Gamers here going up against the Titan, looking to just stay up now.
Oh, really smart. Really smart. Beautiful.
Has to eject out before he gets meleeed there and ripped the arm off, took him out, and that's going to be that. He knew that he was curtains.
Oh, that assassination. Probably should have popped the laser core there. I would have popped the laser core and then ejected and see if they could have taken him out. I mean, the health was low enough on that opposing Titan. They could have maybe traded there.
Yeah, potentially. He probably should have went for that. Wasn't probably thinking about it at the moment there. Heat of the moment, right? But here you go. You're going to have 322 to 241. X Factor and crew looking great here as
nice
they are
drop on the tripwire.
Very close to taking this one now, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Orange right now, what I would probably do is with this Titan kind of holding down B, I would actually probably go for A. And see, they're amping C, which I think is super smart. They're behind right now. They're behind on capture points, and so they're just trying to get as many points as they can. But they really need to slow this down because we're getting close to the point of no return here.
Yeah, and also I just want to commend, I believe that was X Factor, who had used those spread shots there to just be able to hold off the well-angled rooftop. So in case anyone tried to push up and get a little bit too aggressive.
Yes.
But now here we go.
I love this. I love it. There it is.
This is looking good, and also a rodeo alert as well. Game Sager might have to deal with that, but he's actually just going to charge forward, and now realizing that he's just not going to be long for this world in that Titan, though. Looking to get right back into this here, and And also momentum is a major factor with the grapple hook. You can use it, but you have to be very careful because if you don't have the speed and the directional influence, you will not be able to hook in and go directly. It doesn't really work like that, physics.
Yeah, I love that little chase that just happened right there along the rooftops. Great use of the grapple to stay with them, get that little bit of a boost.
There you go, good movement.
Now, one thing these guys need to start doing in these matches, you know, that I'm seeing, that could really be a difference maker is making better use of that battery mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
There's numerous reasons how this is going to totally help them out. Like, you know, when you have those first 2 Titans that are on the field, that's where the momentum of the battle starts to change. You can be really disruptive by taking one of their batteries. You know, not only are you dropping their health and giving yourself a battery that you can give to a friendly Titan or give to yourself to give you that shield and health boost, you're also speeding up your Titan timer significantly. You get like a 35% boost to that Titan timer, so that helps you guys also call in your own Titans a lot faster as well. So I think you know, when you're behind and the other team's kind of ahead of you with the Titans, that's something you really need to start to think about, is stealing those batteries, because I think that's a great way to sort of turn the tide for your team as well.
That's right.
I love seeing Tim bring in the Scorch there as well. Him and I were saying that yesterday. There was a lot of ions. We're like, where's the love for Scorch right now? So that was great to see.
That's right, folks. So another good game of Titanfall in the books. GameSager had a big performance there. Picked up 24 kills for his effort.
Every time.
That was pretty good. Pretty
yeah,
good
he
so
does.
far.
I definitely know he seems to play the Slayer role overall in those matches. He's being really disruptive. You see him moving around constantly from sort of point to point. He's focusing on, like, if someone else has captured a point, he's kind of right on top of it right away. And so he does a great mix of objective, but because he's mastered that mobility, he can get around that map so fast. And so I think he's really able to support the team in a lot of different ways.
Really impressive stuff there, without a doubt, I should say, excuse me, as we get ready for our next game, which should be coming up in a little bit. So we saw some really cool stuff there. I want to see more Spitfire.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that gun. It's like one of my favorite guns in the game.
Yep.
So I wanted to see a little bit more of that. But the car definitely being a favorite choice for a lot of our competitors because of its versatility.
Yep.
You know, if you have good aim, you can hit it at that medium range, but it's also just incredibly good in the hip fire.
Yes.
So another weapon that is just, it's fantastic for that kind of a role if you play the running gun.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And here we go. Oh, we're doing a little bit of bounty hunt right now. Love that.
Yeah.
We're on forward base Kodai, so for those folks who aren't familiar with this game type, this is a really fun objective mode. Essentially, you're playing, it's sort of round-based, and where there will be periods where AI enemies are going to be dropping onto the battlefield. They're neutral, they'll attack anybody, and killing them gives you points. And as you can see, this the little icon, the $50 there on Sagers, you're building up a bounty. And then when each round ends, you have a brief period of time where you need to run to one of 2 banks and deposit this money. The first team to hit to 4,000 or 5,000 is going to win the match. So there's a lot of great mix of objective play. There's a lot of sort of like each round is sort of different. Right now with this first one on the neutral zones, you can see the drop pods coming right in there. On A, it's going to be a lot of grunts and stalkers. You'll have other rounds where it's going to be Titans that you can win bounties for.
Yep.
And then killing an enemy, you steal half of their money. When you get the kill as well. So there could be a lot of great back and forth. There's a match, this is the type of game type that has a lot of great comebacks, and kills are very, very important here. Sager climbing up already. It's $100. He's at 93% on his Titan right now as well, so we could see a Titan coming in really fast. This is a mode where you're going to see a lot of Titan gameplay as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Bounty Hunt when I played it last time. I played it, I believe, at EA Play, I want to say. And it was super fun then. You know, at first I was just like, oh, this is an interesting concept, you know, adding a little bit of the bots, because, you know, everyone has an opinion on, you know, AI, AI bots in the game.
Sure.
Or, you know, I just basically said the same thing twice. Or, you know, real player, right? Like player versus player, or player versus player / AI.
Yep.
There's always an opinion, right? But what I like is that this game is offering quite a few options for players to just be able to say, like, okay, you know, these are game types that I want to play against bots and AI and, you know, like, take care of that. Or I just want to go toe-to-toe with some other people like an PowerPoint.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think this mode is kind of a great homage to sort of the legacy of Titanfall, which you know, AI played a big important part in a lot of the modes in the past. And so I just think this is a great evolution of that idea of mixing in AI and putting in objectives and adding this round-based aspect and having a lot of risk-reward. You know, if you're a player who's has started to build up, you know, when you have $200-300 on you, you know, it starts to become very serious as far as like, what kind of decisions do I want to make? Do I want to still be aggressive and push and have that risk that I'm going to get killed and lose half my bounty? Do I want to sort of lay low? You can see this deposit bonus is happening right now. Darkness has 310. He's going to miss this opportunity, which he did. So now he's got to hold on to this until the next round and hope he doesn't get killed. So it's going to go one or two ways from him. He's going to have a giant amount of bounty to do on the next one, or he is going to lose a lot of that if he gets killed. He's in Scorch, so he's in a good shape so far.
Yeah, but he is not going to have a lot of health left on. Yeah, that was a really good pickup there. Flame Core is online, but I don't think he's going to be able to use much of it.
Yeah, he's getting hassled from the high ground there. There's a bounty.
There he goes. Oh, no. I think
you see him losing down. So that was an AI Titan that got dropped. So it's a huge bounty that whatever team is ever able to take that Titan down, and that's what's going to end this round and open the banks back up.
I don't know if you know, but he went in for the firewall, and it didn't work. He went in for it.
Just got killed, man. You were right there, right down there.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
See, what Sager's doing here is really, really smart. Hanging back. Now he's going to want to speed this. Oh, because that could get stolen. Luckily, his team still had it.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to have $104 in the bank, looking for another 140.
So I can see why these guys aren't being too aggressive. As you can see, they have a very, very strong lead right now. So they're not necessarily feeling like, oh, I need to prioritize getting to the bank. We got a good lead. So I kind of like what they're doing here. They're basically just going around and slaying and stealing other bounties. What I would probably do right now is actually start hunting out around the banks themselves and see how many bounties I could try to steal from guys as they're trying to deposit their wins.
Okay, Game Changer here looking for a couple targets as the enemy team is in quite the deficit. $1,645 to $184.
Yeah, this is tough. This is
a
tough, but the other
battle.
team, I mean, honestly, they're still in it. They just need to, like, come ahead on some deposits and bounties on the next couple rounds, and you can see this tide turn pretty quickly. But as of right now, these guys are just in really good shape.
Legion is going to be able to find one now, looking to follow it up here against Ogre Titan.
Look at that little Titan sandwich right there.
This is not going to be good here. Ogre Titan dished out some damage, but he is going to be getting hit from the other side as well. They're just going to continuously attack him. And yeah, I mean, overall though, Legion's still able to do good here. Not bad so far.
So this is the kind of round I think where is prime for a comeback. You're going to see grunts drop again, but it's going to be in two locations. You see that A and B, and you see that white meter. That's basically saying around the A and B. That's saying like how many grunts are still there. So this is a good opportunity to rack up a lot of cash to get ready for the bank.
Okay, let's see. What do we have here? And now, one thing we were told was that all of our Twitch broadcasters are one team. So they're going up against all the attendees here at TwitchCon.
So a little bit of a weighted, unbalanced team comp here. These guys have obviously played a lot of Bounty Hunt. They played a lot of Titanfall 2. A lot of these guys know each other, so I'm not terribly surprised that you're seeing a lot of just great coordinated play coming out of this group right now.
Yeah, I do.
See, and he had that battery on him, so you're going to see that nice boost there. They've got the shields and a little bump. That's just, yeah, they're in great shape. 3 Titans there. They're just cleaning up all of those grunts. Scorch is perfect for this type of thing because he can do so much area effect.
So they just absolutely destroy here. So, yeah, I mean, this is not looking good for our opposing team. The Orange squad, they are struggling quite a bit.
The best thing the opposing team could try to do at this point is wait for those banks to open. I would split up the team so that you're guarding both banks, and when the influencers try to go in for that deposit, see how much of that you can steal from them. That's probably their best bet right now to try to recoup a little bit of the loss that they're in right now.
All right, well, this is going to be a good pickup there. Ronin Titan will not be able to stay alive as we're at $27 here, or $2,700, imagine $27. That's not a really good bounty at that point. And
see, this is going to hurt. Legion dropping in 447 in the bank. That's a huge deposit.
Yeah,
this is a situation where the other team should have really been watching those, because if they would have gotten that kill, that would have been 230 that they would have gotten in the bank that they could have deposited themselves.
Okay, so not bad so far, man. I mean, I have to say, very impressed by our Twitch broadcasters who are just absolutely doing such a great job here. Two Angry Gamers TV, though, seems to be on the receiving end of this situation.
Doing everything that he can. I mean, it's great. He's getting another one of these Titans out of the mix, which is very, very good. That's certainly not doing his team any favors. I feel like they've been outnumbered by Titans quite a bit, but look at all that hassling up there. 3 pilots hopping around, a lot of charge rifle shots, and then another Titan as well. Yeah, you're just not going to last long in that kind of situation.
Not long for this world there, and that was going to be Two Angry Gamers. Back over, though, to the winning team here with $3,700. $3,730, I should say, if I want to be more accurate. That is just a lot of money, and they're very close to being able to take the victory here. So let's see if they can continue to keep this momentum going. But it seems like GameSager and crew are
showing that
looking to
mobility
do that.
Again, man. I think across that entire top area, he didn't touch the ground once.
Yeah, Titanfall again. The game that really brought this kind of movement speed, or this kind of movement in speed, I should say, as well. Because Titanfall 1 was a very fast-paced game to consoles, so it was always really fun to play there. Two Angry Gamers, though, looking to pick off heat. No, this is one of the bosses, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, this will be one of the sort of like mix of bounties. Basically, you're either doing grunts or they're going to drop 1 or 2 Titans. So these are AI Titans right there that you see him fighting. Look at that call. That was a great location to call in. Loved that with the grapple. So yeah, he put in some great charge shots there on heat, and he's going to go in there and just finish him off with Ion.
Yeah, good work here. Let's see if this is going to work out.
See, this is a great way to play a character like Scorch. Like he's staying close to cover so he can get out of there when he needs to. Maybe being a little aggressive for my taste, but he's like, this is an AI one. I can take him.
Yeah.
Oh, great grab. He's going to throw that grenade right back at him.
A little bit more confidence here without a doubt. And that's going to be heat going down, bounty collected, and look at all the money that has been picked up. If he goes in for the cash in right now, they won't win just yet.
Oh,
but
he wants that shield, though. Oh, what a great use that electric smoke on that rodeo. We got 2 guys here on him.
You got to be very careful. This is not looking good. He is going to get grappled. Legion will be hitting him with the rodeo.
Yeah, he really should have gone for electric smoke there. So you could see that icon. He'd earned it, hitting left on the D-pad. One, you would have gotten that guy off his back, but also would have given you a little air cover on that second pilot. Would have had a hard time getting good visibility on you. So you see, this is so dangerous. 615. It's so scary. You want to get to that bank. Oh, could
so
not
close.
Do it. So that's losing a lot of money there, unfortunately, and the respawn. They were right outside the door of that bank.
But look how much Legion has. He has $633.
All he's got to do is make this deposit, and they've won.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. So yeah, they feel like I said, they're confident they've got this. They're taking their time. They don't feel the need to be super risky here. Yeah, I feel like the other guys, they had those opportunities. Like I said, each round, if you can get that bounty, if you can get in a few good kills and guard those deposits and stop the other team from getting in there, these big comebacks are totally possible in Bounty Hunt. But these guys just couldn't stay on top of it.
Yeah, and I'm almost certain other people do have something to cash in here, though, because I mean, at least it appeared that way to me.
It's like guys, just let them down, okay? It's like you've hurt them enough.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I really think they probably could have taken it on the last round. They're going to do it pretty quickly here because you are gaining money in real time from it as well. Oh, we're going to 6,000. That's right. There's something that was adjusted during the tech test to speed things up a little bit. So yeah, this being an earlier build of the game, this is when it was still at 6,000.
Gotcha. All right.
But again, they're going to get that. Oh,
they're
what a
close.
great place to drop a Titan.
They're still super close. I mean, $5,185, dollars made available to this squad here. And if Darkness can cash in, this is going to add a considerable amount. But he is going to have to come through this battle, though, which could end up to be very bad for him. But he is going to come and pick up.
Yeah, you can just see how fast Scorch can clear out these groups of enemies. He is just a great Titan choice for this game type.
I really like Scorch. I think Scorch is just a really cool Titan altogether. Super unique, which is another thing that I've quite enjoyed about Titanfall 2. Just all the different Titans and just the way that they play and how they counter and all that stuff. There's really going to be a lot of depth for this, for players old and new, in this game, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so much to learn with each one. You know, I've been playing around with a lot of different ones. They all feel very different. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. So it's very situational depending on the map that I'm playing, the game type that I'm playing, what is happening in that game type. So it's actually very beneficial to be skillful at all of them because you never know which type of Titan you're going to want to use. North Star is my jam right now. Currently, I've been playing a lot of North Star. She's really, really fun with a high learning curve. It's one of those Titans that if you know what you're doing, that can be she can be really devastating. Oh, look at this 2-on-1 with nice tripwire use there.
Win this. So close.
So Ion's playing this perfectly, but oh, that beam though, that beam.
That's tough.
That's really tough.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Looking here too, Legion's going to be Legion Titan for the blue team will be the only one who's close, and that is going to do it. $6,000 in the bank there in bounties for our squad of influencers. They're going to take this. Now begins the intercept phase.
Yeah, this was, again, this is a mode that can be really unbalanced. Obviously, having all the influencers there on the same team, that did give them a slight advantage that they had to be careful of. So, yeah, like I said, I think what those guys could have done better is like when you are losing, kind of have your team commit to that one round of like, all right, guys, you know what, we're behind. We don't have a lot to put in the bank this round, so let's steal what the other team's got. Let's get to those deposit points. Let's try to get as many kills as we can and try to slow down that flow. Yeah. And then getting those bounties on those Titans, that's a big one as well on each of those rounds.
Oh, for sure.
So again, you got to have that great mix of teams that are just playing that objective, but also doing a lot of great slaying.
Are they going to be able to do this?
Ooh, we're close.
No. It's not happening.
Oh, the grapple!
No, go for a ride!
I've never seen anybody try to do that. That was great.
You know, I'm glad that Legion thought about doing that.
That was pretty cool.
I'm glad that he thought about doing that.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah,
I like it.
I thought that it would have been.
Would it be great if they like jumped to space and he was just like floating out there? I've made a huge mistake. Oh my goodness. I'll pitch that back to the team when I go home.
I know, right?
There we go.
You're gonna have to
grapple into a jump drive into space. I'm sure that's not scientifically possible, but
they'll figure it out.
Whatever.
Video games.
Video games.
All right, guys. So we're gonna have plenty more action coming at you here, folks. So more Titanfall 2. If you're just joining us here, you're going to be seeing some awesome Twitch broadcasters playing the game, and we are ready for our next one. It will be Amped Hardpoint.
Yep, heading back to Amped Hardpoint.
Right back in there as soon as this game starts up. So, yeah.
So I'm excited. Like I said, I feel like over the course of the day, the matches start getting closer and closer. The strategies start changing up. These guys start getting a feel for each other. You know, Titanfall is such a mind game. And so I'm really excited to just see these guys. I want to see some really, really close matches. I want to see, we had some amazing comebacks yesterday. So I'm just excited to see more of that, what they're going to do with it.
For sure, for sure. Me too. I'm pumped. We saw Game Stager go absolutely off.
Yes.
Legion try some really unique things with the grapple hook and a dominating game of Bounty Hunt that took place just a little
Really
while
rad to
ago.
show off Bounty Hunt. That's really fun to watch as well. I played a lot of that during the tech test. I've been playing it a lot with the studio, and so that was really fun to see how these guys did with that.
All right, here we go. Oh, little switch here of the buttons.
Oh, getting
I
ready.
see.
So yeah, here we are back on Amped Hardpoint on forward base Kodai. I like this map a lot. I think this is a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, and also I do want to take note as well of our players here, most notably Game Stager with that bounce. I really like that a lot, you know, just like taking advantage of the speed of the game and you know, flowing throughout the map. I love the slide in this, especially with the way you can control it. I don't know if you noticed there, guys, but the way that he slid into that, he had a lot of control of where he can go with his slide, which means that you can do so much with it.
Absolutely.
And here's some Kraber action. Won't be able to stay alive long enough, though.
That was a great return. I can't believe he picked him off, to be honest.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Adversary D. Oh, finds one in the sights. Remember, guys, Amped Hardpoint here, so if you do manage to stay on the objective, you will earn even more points if you stay on it for a certain amount of time, or you could just cap it like normal and then ditch it. But ideally, in those scenarios, you're going to want one or two. But there's some great opportunities for comeback mechanics in this particular game type, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to see B be highly contested. Pretty much on any map, B is always kind of the middle point for sure. So I think you're always going to see a lot of back and forth there. What I think you're going to see these teams also doing as well is, again, grabbing those bookends. I love it when they split things up, because then if these guys can get, oh, look at this. We have a trip cap right now. Just pulled in the lead for Orange Team. So it's going to be really interesting. See, Sager is just, he's such a difficult guy to deal with. I mean, that combination, you just see his awesome mobility. He's high, he's low, he's kind of all over you. And then tossing in those arc grenades, it's just, he could just be a huge pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah.
And I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, Game Sager, again, I mean, this guy, right, I've known him for quite a while. Very competitive individual, very, very good at the games that he plays, and clearly this time around, no different. This guy has a career in competitive Titanfall if it keeps going this way, right?
Yeah, he's been really fun to talk to about the game. He's got a lot of great plans for it that he wants to do with streaming. You know, we had him at the studio, got to play a little bit of single player as well, which he was really excited about. Was already doing some very cool things. And so, yeah, I can't wait to see, like, you know, when we ship, when these guys have their hands on the full game, seeing what other Titans that they start to use, the other routes that they're fighting on some of the other maps that we've been revealing, you know, that you've seen in some of our upcoming trailers. And so, yeah, it's just, you know, this is just such a great primer of the future that I think it's just going to be really exciting.
Yeah, there's so much to come here, folks. So thank you so much for joining us as well. As we've gone through, what is it now, 2 games, I want to say?
We're on game number 3.
We're on game 3. We're on game 3 right now. So again, plenty of action left to come here. And Legion has been a little impressive. So I'll give him the credit. I'll give him the credit where credit is due.
No, I agree. He started doing some really interesting stuff as well. He's another one of those players that loves the mind games. I like that. Look at this, a trip cap again.
Yeah. This is not what the opposing team was hoping for at all. But, you know, I mean, those are the ropes. As Adversary D is just going to continue to hold things down, and they were amping it up for a little while on B. So, good job.
So, look at, now I like what the other team is doing here. They're putting pressure on 2 points at once. You're seeing both C and B going down really quickly. So, the amps are already gone. C is back in the hands of the other team.
Yeah.
Sager's already, like I could just tell, he's getting ready to go over there. He's making sure things are clear.
He saw someone, too. So he's going to go on that push-up, finds one in front of him. That's going to be one by B.
You just cannot sit still in there in that point.
Not at all. And I don't think he saw that player that ran behind him. That's unfortunate. He had to have seen him there. I saw like a red hue pop up. But he did not choose to go for that one here. But here comes Game Sager on the move, looking around. He's going to find one in front of him.
Yeah, just great anticipation. He was like, see, that's a great way. He knows where these players are going to be coming from. Instead of sitting in that hallway waiting, he makes himself a very difficult target and gives that element of surprise by, you know, constantly moving around, using that wall run, getting the verticality. And look at this. Had a battery ready to go, called in a Titan. You're starting with the shields right away. This other team needs to get some Titans on.
They need something.
Big time.
They need something.
So again, this is an opportunity where the other team, when you're behind, like you're down, you've got, now the opposing team has Titans in the mix. This is where you need to start going in and stealing the batteries from these Titans. You're getting your batteries for your upcoming Titans coming in, you're dealing damage to them and being very disruptive, and you're also speeding up your timer so that you're going to be able to call in your Titans a lot quicker. So yeah, when you're behind like this, and you're kind of feeling your back's up against the wall, and you're like, man, they've got 2 Titans on the floor, and we've got nobody, that's the first thing they should be going for.
Well, right now they have 3 Titans up and nothing for them to answer with, right? So this is not looking good.
Now, if there's anything I've learned from yesterday, you know, I can't call it yet. You know, yesterday there was about a 150-point lead, and I was like, these guys are they're done. They're not going to make it. And they made an amazing, amazing comeback. Oh, there's another battery steal for these guys. Now, I'm surprised he's not getting out and grabbing that. Get yourself some full health in the shield there.
Well, mate, you know, just
plenty of time.
Seem to be prioritizing it for some reason here, but there you go.
Giving it to a friend, excellent.
There you go. That's smart. That's smart.
Saw Sager taking a lot of hits there, so gave him a little bit more so he can keep pushing, being aggressive.
Nice. Not a bad job here from Adversary D as well. Waiting, and I love that, you know, the sonar there of the pulse blade. It is just such a great tool to have in your kit.
Yep.
Honestly, all the equipment and abilities are awesome, but you know, everyone has a preference for playstyle. Certainly with Titanfall 2 is looking to give you guys at home just something that anyone can pick up, play, and have a good time.
Yeah, it's really it's really fun when you start seeing the full multiplayer and you're running around and you're seeing, you know, 4 or 5 different types of kits on the playfield. You're seeing people use things like phase shift, using stim, using cloak, using hologram. All of these things have, you know, a pretty deep sort of meta to them. And so players that master those kits are going to be just sort of strong in their own way, are going to really be able to be role players on here. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that evolves.
All right, Game Sager and crew want to win this one, be done with it. Legion as well. They're going to have 4 Titans out to the 1 on the opposing
this is
team.
bad news, really bad news.
Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. But they are going to be losing C, and they do manage to lose that for the time being. Will they be able to converge on them quick enough to get it right back? But they're still going to be in a severe advantage with scoreboard, with presence of Titans, with everything. They're at a really, really bad
I think they're at a
disadvantage.
point now where it's like, unless they can wipe all the Titans immediately and trip cap amped the whole time, this is, I feel like this is unfortunately going to be over for these guys.
Yeah, it's unfortunate indeed. But with only a couple of points remaining here, and both A and C in possession here of our Twitch broadcasters, Sager looking to find one in the back there, and he is going to have a teammate pushing up. Meanwhile, Legion, Titan, not to be confused with Legion, the Twitch broadcaster, but Legion Titan is sniffing around with some pickups, see where he can find them at, but doesn't seem to be working out so far for him.
Yeah, it feels like, you know, they're just making sure at least 2 of the points are held. Kind of just going into guard mode right now. You know, not being too aggressive. You're not seeing them really trying to capture any new points. They're basically going into slaying mode, just making it really difficult for that team to regroup, make it really difficult for them to hold any points. You can see that they're spread out pretty wide around the map. Arc Grenade on Titans is such a good call.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little way to get around the Thermite there.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Pretty decisive win by those guys. Again, I think, you know, as the day goes on, you're going to see some strategies change.
Not bad. These guys are on a roll here, man. Jay, they're crushing it.
They are crushing it.
Our Twitch broadcasters kicking a lot of butt. Love it. So now it's going to be epilogue time, where players essentially have to escape. I just want to see someone destroy the ship. That's really what I want.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a pretty good chance. Did I see 3 Titans? Oh, make that 1 less right there. Oh, there we go. Great support. Great support.
Yeah,
I like
you
using the grenade launcher a lot against these guys. You can see also you using an anti-Titan weapon against a Titan doing damage, especially the criticals. That's also popping up your meter very quickly. You can see he went from like 15 to, look at that, almost 60% on the Titan meter just by engaging and getting in some good shots on him. So that's another great way to get that Titan call in really quickly.
Yeah, it's no surprise. It's no surprise.
Oh, they were close.
Were they? I did not see
that. Was like,
How
that was
far?
a sliver of health that was left.
I want to see the destruction
I think
bad.
I think we're going to this time around. I think we're going to see it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, folks. So that is going to be our 3rd matchup we just saw there. Nice job from our Twitch broadcasters here at TwitchCon 2016. Make sure you guys let us know what you're thinking of this particular broadcast. Let us know in general what you're excited for Titanfall 2. You know, you can find Xbox on pretty much every social media channel imaginable, but also sound off in the chat as well. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it's just been really fun to just see these Twitch broadcasters really kick butt, do their thing. And yeah, you know, it doesn't get any better than this, Jay.
No, I completely agree. I'm really glad we have this group here because, like I said, they've spent a decent amount of time with the game, and so like things like the mobility, just putting in really good shots, understanding these maps, and understanding the modes really well. I think they just show off the game in a really great way. And again, I think that's just scratching the surface. There's just so much more to the multiplayer than what we're even showing.
We've
right here.
only had so much to work with here, right? You know, Respawn has been very coy about letting.
We're getting there. We're getting. No, we've been pretty good over the past week.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely there was a little quiet period, but you know, we had our pilots trailer that came out. We had the Titans trailer. You know, like I said, you can go online right now, and there is a ton of gameplay footage that's out there. That's of the full multiplayer from the guys that we had out there. We let them direct feed capture. So here we go again. Amped hardpoint.
That's your transition, Jay.
That's just. And speaking of watching some uncut gameplay, look at him just get like. It's been 5 seconds and he's halfway across the map.
Yeah. No,
the routes here are just awesome.
You just have to know how to take advantage of the movement system, you know, where you see fit, right?
And see, these guys were smart. They were anticipating You know, these guys are going to try to get right to our A point. They're going to try to hold us back here and bottleneck it. They got ahead of it, so they're right there on B. So these guys are in a really good position. But they need to shut this guy down. Oh, look at that. 2 kills. 3 already. So that's just tough. So you can see there that C point's getting amped. B is completely uncontested right now.
Yeah,
nothing happened there yet at all.
Game Stage is going off, man. He is just crushing it here. And he's having the time of his life playing too. You can see he's moving around, you know, frantically, which is always a good sign of someone who is enjoying what they're playing.
Absolutely. And you see that's why it's so tough for these guys, because the other team is not going to be able to get a beat on him, because he'll pop off a shot, he'll get a kill, and then he's in a completely different area 2 seconds later. And so these guys just can't seem to get a good beat on him. So he's going to just get, oh, there it is, my man, Tim, taking him out. Double kill, double kill.
Nice.
Love it. So that was great.
Not bad, not bad. So Darkness is Legion Titan, by the way, just so you guys know. You can see it at the bottom right of your screen. Whoever we're following, typically on the bottom right in the kill feed, you'll see their name highlighted in orange, and that will give you an indicator as to one, you know, your name, but also it's just a good indicator for people to overall get a feel for the game itself when they watch it at home. And I've been really enjoying seeing these players kind of like just really just take advantage of like high ground, right? Which has been fun, like looking at the rooftops and, you know, again, there's just been so much verticality here for both squads. And here we go now, trying to get this one right back into the action here. Let's see if they're going to be able to do so. Overtime will fall. That's Darkness 429 finding another
great
pickoff.
job here, especially having 2 of them hold it down. This is such a hard point to hold, especially as a pilot stay in that area. That was just a great steal. And, you know, perfect timing, honestly. You know, being down 82 to 171, they really needed to get that in there, especially with the opposing team having C amped, so they're getting a nice little boost there to their points. We'll have to see if they can hold it, though.
Yeah, they're actually holding it as if they're holding 2 points right now just for that one. Problem is they're going to give up that one player, or, you know, however many they choose to hold back there, but they're going to give someone up because they need to stay within that particular hard point in order for them to continue to accrue time or accrue points on the scoreboard. Game stage though, finds one in front. It's going to be Strider Titan, who will not be able to stay alive. The car is going to do some excellent work in close range. Very difficult game to challenge against, but he also takes some shots mid-range too, which is quite nice.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think like what the other team maybe did a little bit wrong here is once they took B and started amping it, they're doing a good job holding it down. But you know what Sager's put himself in a really good position. Getting that high ground, you can watch that point. That's what the other guys should be doing as well. Just staying close to those roofs, moving around the perimeter a lot. And anybody does try on the opposing team to kind of get on that bridge and start holding that point, they can take them out right away. And again, throwing a pulse blade down there so you can anticipate people coming in would be a great strategy. Oh, what a great steal there. That would have been a C cap. Sager's just doing a great job of kind of defending C here.
Yeah, and even then though, he rotates around and gets a gets a poke over toward B to see if anyone's going to be pushing him. But there you go, man. Darkness and the crew are going to have all 3 hard points, and they're looking to come right back into this game. Look at the amount of time that they're accruing here. This is great for this squad. They are going to be losing maybe C. Yes, they are going to be losing C, but still though, they did a lot of damage there. They are within 21 points getting back into this.
Yeah, I think that was totally worth it to go do for sure. Oh, did we get There we go. We're still going. We're still going. Look at and here perfect timing too. So yeah, having B amped right now, there they go. They just took the lead. Over. What a nice comeback. You can see they were down almost 80 points there.
Yeah.
And really quickly by taking that C cap, that had the other team kind of scrambling to kind of take that. So not only were they able to disrupt them on C, they were able to get B amped there as well, which is giving that nice bonus. And they are in a really, really good position right now. Oh, Tim, I love it.
Good job.
Just death from above, just coming in at them. Oh, this too. See, again, that verticality, staying moving, have people not be able to tell where you're coming from. Great movement there. Awesome.
Yeah, not bad indeed. Not bad indeed. So Adversary D holding it down, as this is going to be a close matchup, but you know what? We have this squad coming right back into it.
Yeah, you can see they have 2 amped hard points right now.
Yep.
So you're going to see that. Look how fast that score is ticking up.
Yeah, and it's also indicated by those arrows too, right?
Yes.
You know, the more, I mean, it just kind of goes without saying, but the more arrows, the better. But when you're holding something like an amped hard point there, you'll see 2 arrows, which would indicate that it's doubling up about 2 times as fast.
Yep, absolutely.
If you're holding A and B, it's basically the equivalent of holding C, but with an amped up hard point. So again, you lose that player out in the field. So there's a strategic element to this that players need to keep in mind.
Yep, absolutely. That's a good point.
All I do is bring up good points, man.
You're just you're golden with the points.
And there you have it, 400 points on the board. That's going to be for Legion's team here, and they are now going to look, can they do it? Can they destroy the shuttle? That's what I want to see.
It looks like we got, you know, all you need is a couple ions with that core. Unfortunately, the core's not built up here for Legion, so he'll have to rely on just his shots. But yeah, man, we got to see that once, right? We got to see it once.
At least one time.
Oh, what a great! Getting those pilot kills with that laser shot on Ion is, I love it.
Yeah.
I'll never ever get tired of seeing it. It feels really satisfying to pull off.
17 kills for Legion.
Oh, let's get over there. Let's get over there. Let's see what happens. So what do we got? Is it just Legion? Is he on his own here in the Titan to be able to try to destroy it?
They have 2 Titans out. They have 2 Titans out right now.
Oh, I think they're floating. Like, he's not even. He's like, we're not going to get it.
Yeah, I think they kind of.
He's already got his mind on the next game.
Yeah, they kind of just realized that that's it.
He's like, here we go.
All right, so not bad, as Legion and crew are going to pick up yet another one. And not a bad run of hardpoint so far.
Yeah, I think you know, that was starting to get really, really close. You had a nice comeback there. And I think what happened was you saw the 2 hardpoints get amped. And I think that really flustered the other team, and they didn't know where to go focus on it. And when you have your score, when you're that far into the game, when you're in that 300-point range,
yeah,
and you don't have a lot of time to make those adjustments, you know, having those 2 points there, the other team just didn't make quick enough decisions to try to shut that down, and they were just able to hold on to it for too long.
I won an amp hardpoint game one time by 1 point in Titanfall 2.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
we were able to come back like. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but it was actually on Boomtown, on that map there. Oh my goodness, what happened? Oh, okay, so I believe what had occurred was we were getting doubled up, right? But they weren't amping anything up. So I went into C, I amped it up, and then I stayed there and defended it the entire time. And I essentially just told my team, you know, if we hold this and get 1 more point, we'll come back into this game, we'll win, because mathematically we should have been able to do it. But like, lo and behold, like, at that moment, everyone went after points, and I still was holding down mine. So I was holding them down at the point and pretty much just came out with a victory.
You were the MVP of that game.
I was the MVP. I felt so good.
I believe that. I believe that.
I felt so good.
No, see, and that's what's like really fun about that game mode. It's all about like really good decision making on the fly, and also just playing that mind game with the other team and anticipating what they're going to do based on reacting to what you did.
That's right. So let's go to a final game here, folks. Let's jump right into the action and see what we're going to have here. And
look at all those pulse blades.
Yeah, the pulse blades.
Oh my goodness. So forward-based Kodai, you know, it has basically, you have this large structure in the center. You have these sunroofs that you can drop in from above, and it has like a bridge, so players can run on top of this structure as well as below it. So it can be entered in all sorts of different ways from the side. And you can see there's also multiple levels here. And so there's especially, like, when you start to get really good at the sliding and wall running, you can get through these interior spaces in a really interesting way. And then you have a whole perimeter around it as well, you know, where there's some rocky outcover. You have a couple of bases. That's where you're going to see C and A that have more of the cover base that's going to treat well the pilots. You can see that base that's sitting right there in that little courtyard to try to defend. So great mix of kind of open and enclosed spaces as well. So and again, this is a map that the grapple plays a really great role in when you're trying to get across it very quickly. But again, I've seen guys do some routes on here that I was like, I had no idea you could do that.
Do you see this, the way they're amping this up? Okay, now they're going to stop this one as quickly as they could, but that was a good start there.
Absolutely.
For Two Angry Gamers TV and the rest of us. Oh, he got trapped. Feels bad, man.
Oh, good effort, good effort.
Feels so bad. Feels so bad. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, here comes Game Stager again. Never one to not impress us with this incredible movement. And they are going to look to secure B, but there goes Darkness, who popped up from behind and was able to pick out Game Stager.
There.
That's right, a little peekaboo action, if you will. Legion looking here, seeing if he can go on the prow and find anyone. And I tell you, I've also another thing I want to say, I like when you know when you're crouched because of the way that they hold the gun.
Yes, that's a good
Even
point.
in air.
Totally.
It just kind of gives you a good idea of like, okay, I'm in crouch mode right now, so when I hit this particular like you know ramp or something like that, I should hit it at a certain speed. And then that will allow me to continue to maintain that speed and maybe even go for a grapple.
And it's like Adversity was like listening to what you were saying, and he was like, let me give you a gameplay example of that right here. Just beautiful mix there of the slide boost with
Spent a lot of hours on this
running.
game, Jay. Spent a lot.
Yes.
And I pretty much just slid everywhere. I love it. I'm like a sucker for games with like you know, like advanced movement and stuff like that. But nothing that's like too insane. I just like to be able to like, you know, chain things together in a way where you know, I feel like I outplayed my opponent.
Absolutely.
I love that stuff. You know, I love the feeling of knowing that I'm better than somebody else on the rare occasion that occurs.
Don't we all? And you're so used to that.
Well, you know, people like it. But that was such a half-hearted laugh, Jay. I don't appreciate that.
I didn't really believe you.
You're the worst.
You know, I love you, Golden Boy. I love it.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right.
So we're seeing a lot closer match here. Definitely Legion and team. Like, I don't know, like, I love how aggressive they are. I almost feel like, hey, you know, I'm more of the players like, oh, hey, guys, we're good. We got the 2 points. We're amping one of them. Like, let's just play a little bit of defense here. But you can see these guys are just still playing. Look at this push on B-Rod. See, I love this, too. He's like, you guys got this side. I'm going to just wall run up here and just sneak over to the other side.
Well, he kind of gives up a little bit of a he gives up some surprise there, right? When he slides over. And another reason why I like Kodai is because this particular map, for B, you actually have to challenge from the hallway. You can't just be like, all right, I'm going to, you know, push up, you know, maybe even get some shots across map or something like that, because there's this, you know, impenetrable glass wall there, as you see on the left and right of Legion. So you have to be very, very aware of your movement. And if, let's say, I, you know, decide to jump onto the glass wall and, you know, scoot over to the other side to get a flank, I'm going to reveal my position because they're going to see me. So you have to be very careful about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and this is, again, where I think Stim and Cloak play some really great roles. On this map in particular. You know, if other players got Cloak, I would actually be a kind of player that would focus a lot on B. And yeah, see, I like what the guys are doing. They're getting amped, and then they should just get out of that hallway. They should just start moving around, let the team come to them, and you know, not let them dictate how that fight's going to go.
Yeah, and also another interesting thing to point out here is we've been, you know, about a couple minutes into this game now. I would say we're about, at least for one team, you know, we're almost there, right, to the finish line as far as the scoreboard is concerned. And no Titans just yet. And that is because these players, you know, they're, you know, some of them haven't gotten them. Actually, if I'm correct, none of them, one player has their Titan now. But regardless, it's very pilot-focused, this particular map. That was a point I was trying to make. It's a very pilot-focused map. It's what you want to ensure that you're playing here, because it's, especially for B, there's no Titan play in there at all. It's all pilots.
Absolutely. And again, with this being an earlier build of the game, this is something that the team is definitely tweaking as well. You know, this is an example of sort of a bit of feedback that we had gotten in the first week, that folks playing Amped Hardpoint felt like it was taking too long for Titans to get in. Something we agreed with. And so you saw from week 1 to week 2, making an adjustment on that. So with this being an early build of the game, you know, in the final game, I think you will see that speed up a little bit. But to your point, right, you're seeing the points be amped a lot. So the score is happening very, very quickly.
Very true.
So this is a match that's just going by very fast.
You know, I'm of the camp. I love infantry gameplay. I love pilot gameplay.
Sure.
You know, I mean, you know me and my background and the games that I enjoy playing.
Absolutely.
I like going toe-to-toe with opponents. Not to say I don't like me some Titan. I mean, of course, the game is called Titanfall, for goodness sakes. But I kind of enjoyed the slower Titans coming out. But I also understood. I went on Reddit immediately after the Gamescom event to kind of see the feedback on people and what they thought about the game. And I noticed that was like one of the most hotly requested I guess, tweaks that they wanted to see, which was like, hey, we want to be able to get our Titans out a little earlier. So it's good to know that you guys have thought about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, community feedback is a huge, huge deal for us. We're always looking at it, and we love getting it. It's great to have such a passionate community that cares as much about the game as our community does. And so, yeah, that's something we're always going to be watching. You know, shipping the game is really just the start.
Ooh, you know, we're
going to continue to polish and hone things and look at what the community feels like needs to be worked on. So yeah, it'll be just an ongoing conversation and relationship with our wonderful community.
Well, the good news is here, folks, that this game is close. It is 367 to 345.
I love it. This has been great so far. You've seen really great defensive plays, as well as really good jobs holding down B, especially. Man, some of the firefights in there have been awesome. Look at this, like, just perimeter of Titans. That is terrifying.
They have amped up B, and this is bad, but they have just lost 2 Titans here, so.
And, this is really clever. Look at the using like just that little spot in the grate there, just dealing tons of damage.
I fear it's going to be all for naught, though, because there's only going to be 2 points remaining, and that will do it. Adversary D and his squad have lost this one, our final matchup here, but still pretty impressive, man. 400 to 361.
This was our closest match yet.
This actually was a really good game. You know, the other ones were like a little bit of a stop here and there. Game Sager went off, Legion went off, but this one, you know, Kodai has so far been, it's just a great map. It provides so many options on how you want to play. It was something that you even kind of said at the start of the show, right, Jay? You were like, you know, players want to be able to choose how they approach and play the game.
Absolutely.
And I think this was this is a map that kind of displayed that one. And this was in particular this game displayed that, because there were a lot of players who focused on that pilot gameplay, focusing on B point, which was a very, very clutch move there from our opposing team. Game Sager lost. I can't believe it. You know, the world's not flat.
And look at it. He's just like putting on a little show for us right now.
Just look at the way he's moving.
Like, I mean, exactly. I mean, the game gets faster and faster as you sort of like master the controls.
Yeah.
And so.
And I remember like week 1, I was tweaking around with that, like, because I really enjoy that kind of again, I love the sliding mechanic. If you know how to time it right, you can get some phenomenal distance with that slide. And it's really just a matter of you, how do I say, there's obviously a fantastic tactical advantage with it.
Yes.
But I would imagine that, like, for people who just want to sprint, don't feel like you have to do those kinds of things.
Yep.
But Titanfall 2 allows you that mobility. So learn it, try it out, see how it works, see how it feels, because I think you might be surprised you might enjoy it.
It's absolutely like crucial to success in the game. When you're going to have players that are slower paced, are staying on the ground a lot, they will never, ever, ever be able to stand up against someone who is maximizing and mastering the mobility of the game. They will always be at a disadvantage. And so that's one of the fun learning curves of it. And it feels really great because, like I said, it'll be a map that how you play it in your first month versus how you move around and play that map a month later is going to be entirely different. And I think that's what's really, really awesome about the game.
Yeah, there are a variety of lines that you have to keep in mind, right? Especially on maps like Kodai, as people kind of experiment and discover and see what's around there. I mean, really, people's time with the game has been limited to the tech test. And, and on top of that, whatever they play here at conventions such as TwitchCon. And while the tech test was awesome, you only had so many things you could do because you had a limited amount of maps, which of course the full game will have plenty. But there are some awesome replays that we have from our session here.
I'm excited to see these because there were some good plays on these games. So I'm excited to see these replays. Let's roll them.
Let's see what we have. Okay, so not bad. This is a Game Sager. Of course, Game Sager is he's an incredible player. And always like watching him play. I love that one in particular. Just absolutely whack him down, beat him.
The Titan assassinations are great. All 6 Titans have their own special one. They're super fun.
Yeah, that was really fun as well.
Great shot there with the thermite grenade launcher. Again, like you're seeing like where a lot of these great kills from. It's all about like where they are on the map, the timing that they did. Oh, see that's the worst place that you want to be with that laser core right out in the open. Really quickly taking out those Reapers, which is a huge score. And again, Scorch is just so effective in these objective types where you need to take out groups of AIs. So just how quickly they're doing that.
Yeah, that was that stomping though on Bounty Hunt, man. That was a bad one.
I mean, this is great. See how he knew when to back off. He used that sonar pulse there, got the high ground on the wall run, just makes himself such a difficult target to hit. Great example of just like maximizing that mobility.
Yeah, if I had to give a couple tips to people when they step into Titanfall, when the game releases, it's don't be afraid of your hip fire. If you've never played Titanfall before,
absolutely.
I'm sure that a lot of people who are watching right now have played Titanfall. A lot of Xbox fans have. But for those of you who are brand new to it, never tried it out, do not be afraid of your hip fire. It could be your friend, even for the Spitfire. One of the techniques that I've always used in a lot of these games that have those, like aiming down the sights mechanics, is I usually initiate with the fire, and then I come in with the left trigger to bring the shot up. Because you never know. Sometimes you're going to have someone charging at you, and those first initial shots are going to connect. You bring the L trigger up, you get the steadier shot. So there's a lot of different things that you can do there. I'm sure a lot of advanced players know about that, but there probably were a couple people out there, maybe like 2 or 3, who didn't know this. So there's just a lot of really cool stuff to do in Titanfall 2. Any tips for you, Jay, that you've kind of picked up playing this game?
I would say, keep an open mind.
That's a good one.
When you're going into it, because like I said, there's I never thought I don't play heavy class characters. So normally I wouldn't play Scorch. Like I didn't play Ogre in Titanfall 1. But
all I did was play Ogre.
But that was like, that totally changed.
But everyone played
all of them
Strider.
were fun to play. Everybody would play Strider. Well, now, with the variety that's there, and like I said, all these Titans are great to be used in different types of situations. All of them let you express what you are as a player in different ways. And so, and it's the same thing with the weapons. I've said this numerous times, I can't think of any other shooter I've played where I switch around weapons and abilities as often as I do. I have like 5 different kits that are just in the chamber, that all of them are ones that I like to use and that I change depending on what map I'm playing, what mode I'm playing, and what situation I'm in.
That's right. So, I think, again, there's just so much cool stuff that you can do in Titanfall 2. But the good news is, folks, I just found out that we have someone on the sidelines waiting, a good friend of mine, and I'm really eager to hear what this man has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one, the only,
Major Nelson.
Alex and Jay, I'm on the sideline. I guess we're on the sidelines. I'm here with X Factor. Now, you guys were just talking about some of the customization in Titanfall. Well, X Factor is going to tell us a little bit about it as well. It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, they really stepped it up. The first game, it was kind of lacking depth and customization, but now there's multiple ways to customize everything. Your Titan's got several levels of customization, not just the way it looks aesthetically, but what you can equip it with and its own abilities. And then, of course, the pilots. When it comes down to it, Titanfall 2 is more than just the Titan gameplay. It's the pilot gameplay. So you have new tactical abilities. You have some of the old tactical abilities coming back, and you really got to be careful what you see and what you hear, because that dictates kind of what tactical ability is being used around you. So you really got to pay attention.
Yeah, I want to talk about it. So talk about some of the new ones that you experimented with that they've got in this build.
It's all about the grapple hook or time morphing, phasing in and out. One of the tactical abilities, you can actually phase out of time. You don't see anything else, but no one sees you anymore. Then you phase back in. Now, if you phase back in on another player, it insta-gives them, which is kind of cool. Then, of course, the grappling hook. You can grab enemy players, whether it's a Titan or a pilot. You can wrangle them, basically, and then one-hit kill them with a knockout or snap their necks.
Yeah. We remember, it's just kind of a lassoing them and pulling them right in, right? Yeah. So I also want to talk about there's a lot of depth to the customization, and really you talked about all the things you can do. What's your favorite part of it so far?
I think my favorite part of the customization is what you can actually do to your Titan. There's actually 3 different levels of customization. There's war paints for the face, there's body camos, and of course a weapon camo. And some of the things that the public hasn't seen are absolutely ridiculous, but they're phenomenal.
See, now you can't say that.
I know, I'm going to get
you've seen some stuff.
I've seen some.
He's seen some stuff. That's okay. Well, I think we should leave on that one. All right, back up to you guys. Jay, Alex, we'll be right back.
Thank you so much, Major Nelson. Of course, that was the one and only X Factor. That guy, he is awesome. Definitely enjoy. I've played games with him at many conventions before, and he is a hoot to play with. So
makes you realize what a small world this is in this industry, which is kind of wonderful. Like, across multiple titles, across multiple teams, how, especially at these events, it's what I love about these events is running into old friends and getting to connect with people.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even TwitchCon alone, this is TwitchCon's 2nd year, which I can't even believe. I can't even believe it's a thing. I remember when I was in the office and they told me that TwitchCon was going to happen. I was like, oh, this is sick. This is so cool, right? That year was in San Francisco. This year, we're doing it here in San Diego. And I have to say, man, we live over in San Francisco, but I kind of like San Diego.
I always say I never, ever need an excuse to come to San Diego.
Yeah.
Like any events, I typically come here for Comic-Con every year, which is, and this is actually kind of nice because it's a little tamer than Comic-Con typically is. So it's nice to kind of be in the city and there's not like 140,000 people like all over everywhere.
But one day there will be.
You can actually get into a restaurant. Yeah, I mean, 5 years from now, I might be like, oh, remember when TwitchCon was small and like easy?
Yeah,
and now it's
I
like
went,
this crazy
you know,
show.
Funny fact, I mean, I went to the first ever PAX East.
Wow.
And I remember
The
that
Heinz
one.
Center.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
I went to the first one, and I remember the big attraction of that entire convention was a bus. A bus was in the convention center, and people were playing tournaments for different games in there. So it's crazy how the industry has continued to expand it over this time. But once again, we have yet another influencer alongside the one and only Major Nelson. Take it away, Larry.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm here with Darkness 429. Now, listen, Darkness, you guys were playing. What were you playing there?
Playing a little bit of Bounty Hunt earlier.
Let's talk about that for those folks that weren't able to catch up.
Yeah, so Bounty Hunt's a really cool game mode. It's kind of like an attrition hybrid. The whole idea is you're going and clearing waves and collecting money, and then when you're done, you go and deposit that to a bank. And so the first team to get to like $10,000 wins.
Now, it's interesting because I played this in the beta and I played this before, is that it's this mechanic of collecting the money and then you can only bring it to the bank during certain points in the game. It's critical because you see on the map there's two banks, and it's not like your bank and their bank. It's anybody's bank.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to watch out for people camping those banks because if you die, they get half of your pot that you have. So if you hold on to a lot of money, you're going for that clutch moment. You mess up, well, you could lose a match.
Yeah, it's almost, you really need to employ a good team or buddy system strategy going in because, hey, watch my back, I'm going to take care of this, and then you flip it around and make that deposit.
Teamwork makes the dream work, Larry.
That's the way it always is. That's the way, regardless of what it is. Now, Titanfall, you're excited for it coming out later this year. We talked a little bit about the customization. What's your favorite customization?
I love running. So we actually got to go to Respawn not too long ago and played like the full game. And my favorite is Tone. Love running Tone with the Volt SMG, which is a lot of fun to use. So I think that's my go.
Can you describe that a little bit, what that means?
Yeah, so I mean, like Tone he's got a big Titan. He's got a 40mm cannon, so he's a really cool engager. Has a really cool kill streak where he launches a bunch of rockets up in the air. So that's his core ability. So he's just a really awesome Titan, and the Volt's a really high rate of fire machine gun. And then using a phase shift ability, which is really, really cool as well.
We talked about the phase shift. Explain that a little bit more, because people at home, I think it went by a little too quick. They're probably interested in that.
Yeah, so phase shift is, so there's like an alternate reality almost. So it kind of pulls you out of the world and puts you into another world, and then it phases you back into it. So it has something to do with the single player. I don't know too much about the technology, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
Like the underside, like they call it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Right? Upside down, yeah. The upside down. I like that.
Gary, all right, be careful there. All right, back to you guys over there in the booth.
All right, and that was my good friend Darkness429. Definitely check out his stream. This guy, he is born for Titanfall.
Yes.
He was one of the dudes that was out there grinding the game initially.
Yep.
Definitely a great broadcast. So that's Darkness_429 on Twitch. Definitely check him out. So yeah, again, you know, we have. I think it's funny because we were just chatting about this. You know, the industry and how it's gotten so big yet so small at the same time.
Yeah, totally.
And I've made so many friends, Darkness, Tim being one of those people, you know, who's like a really close friend of mine. Every time we hang out, we go with a bunch of people like Andy Lunique from Xbox,
Sure, yeah,
good friend
totally.
of mine as well. And we just go, we get dinner and all that stuff, and we always just hang out. So again, industry small yet large. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I love meeting new people. You know, Tim and I just recently met, and you know, he was
That's
here
right.
with me.
You had the
yesterday,
unfortunate
you know.
displeasure of casting with
Yes,
him.
well, I gotta say he was a pro. It was so much fun to hang out with him yesterday. It's so great to see someone's passionate about the game and to talk about it. Yeah, it was just it's really rad to meet just a lot of new people here. And I watch Twitch pretty regularly, so it's cool just to see the other folks that are here as well, other big streamers, and just seeing all their fans.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. And now for our final interview, we have the one and only Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson, to close it out.
I don't even know what to say
Larry,
to
take
that.
it away.
You guys set me up so big. I'm here with Jordan. Jordan, good to see you, man.
It's good to see you too.
How you feeling? Because yesterday you and I chatted and you weren't feeling so good.
I mean, it's day 2. I haven't lost a single game yet today. I think you told me that I was bad for losing a couple yesterday. I believe the word noob was thrown around.
I did. That was me. That was you.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah, not today. I'm a champion.
Now, what's your strategy then, champ?
Champion. So it's just grapple hooking. I just go from building to building. You know, I'm trying to Spider-Man everywhere, and essentially I'm just shooting and not missing today. So that's the objective.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
NBD.
MBD. Acronyms all day. That's all we need.
Now, we've been talking about a lot about the customization. Where are the areas that you're focused on with the customizations in Titanfall 2?
Oh my goodness! So the Titans, right? You can kind of pick which loadout you're going to go with when it comes to the pilots. I've been rocking the assault rifle with a charge rifle secondary. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. There's nothing better than embarrassing someone with a one-shot charge rifle. It's not meant to kill pilots, but it can. So
It's not meant to, but it does, which means it is.
which it does, and that's all that matters. I like to just slide under walls and then come
We
from.
were talking about that yesterday. That the mechanics and the acrobatics in the game. It's seamless.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. So, and that's going from slide into grapple, off wall runs. As long as you can time what you're doing with movement, you're going to be able to make it across the map in a matter of seconds.
Now, getting back to the customization, we talked a little bit about your pilot, and we talked about your Titan. But really, what about the maps? How do the maps feel?
How do the maps feel? It's incredible. If you're somebody that's new to the game, you're not fast, you're not good with movement yet, you still have a good chance of just kind of running bottom.
Would you say a noob?
Yeah, I'm saying noob. Full with zeros. So we're talking the whole like elite thing that we can go with, yeah. But if you're somebody that's used to the movement, then obviously everything you liked about Titanfall 1 is included. And then we were talking about Game Stager again yesterday. This guy has like a slide tactic where you literally just bunny hop across the map. So every scale in the game from beginning to veteran is you've got an ability to still do well.
So I'm going to let you go because I mean you're on a roll. You haven't lost.
I can't lose. The guy next to me, his hair is so long and incredible, and I don't have that anymore. So
You will.
we're trying to work on it.
All right, we're going to get back to you guys. Jordan, thanks so much for your time, buddy.
Thank you so much, Larry. And yes, that was Legion, another guy who I've known for a very, very long time. He's a wildly mediocre player. He said that he didn't lose a single game today. I reckon to think maybe he was carried. I don't know. Legion 1v1 me, bro. No, I love that dude. Jordan's awesome.
Yeah, he's a super fun guy. I've seen him at a lot of other events for other titles, especially Halo.
Yeah.
And so it's been, he's a fun player to watch. I just love his personality too.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Actually, probably one of the funnier Viners, I think.
Yes.
That actually makes me sound so old. I'm like,
What do we call that?
Is she a Viner now? I just don't know. No, I mean, he's an absolutely hilarious guy. But in any case, so guys, that is going to do it for our first session here. There's going to be plenty more Titanfall 2 action to come. But before that, though, we're going to toss it to a quick trailer here, checking out the single player of Titanfall 2. We'll see you guys on the other side. Enjoy.
Of all the things I've seen on the battlefields of the frontier, the pilot is the true dominant force. Fast and agile. Graceful, yet devastating. Perceptive. Resourceful. And relentless. A pilot sees the world differently. Sheer walls become flanking routes. Pilots fight differently. Experienced in deception and maneuver, even overwhelming odds shift in their favor. But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal. The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC, forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we try to resist. Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, We have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated. Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
Get the new Xbox One S.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. With 4K Ultra HD video and Blu-ray, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. The ultimate games and entertainment system.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
All right, everyone, we are back. We're going to have some more Titanfall 2 action for you fine folks back at home.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. I can't wait. I'm Golden Boy, joined here by the one and only Jay Frechette. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it was good. I liked
I wanted to add a little emphasis,
actually, I liked it.
Shit.
I'm down with that. That's totally fine.
So you have to like the inflation.
It's not Italian though. It's French Canadian.
Like
so you got to like.
This is how your face has to look?
Yes.
Shit. That's how you have to say it. That's right.
Could someone please gift that for me and send it to me at
well,
Jay
now
over Twitter?
with the new Twitch Clips feature, you can clip that and trim it however you want.
You guys had a lot of great announcements this weekend.
Yeah, we did. We had some good ones, man. I was actually back in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, I figure I'll talk about it. You know, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm proud. Allowed to be proud. I was on TV.
That's rad.
I was hosting an event on TBS for E-League. It was super exciting.
It's awesome.
And that was an experience of a lifetime, something I never thought I'd ever do in my life. I don't know why they'd ever put this on TV, but they did, which is some wild stuff. And because of that, I kind of flew in here hot, right?
Yeah.
I landed
this morning at
10:30 a.m. I landed here. I got pulled to the side. They were like, hey, by the way, you got to play some Battlefield.
Yep.
Definitely. Didn't know I had to do that.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I know, right? You're not going to stop me from playing Battlefield. So I went there, played the game, awesome stuff. Then they were like, oh, by the way, you got to do this thing with the one and only Freshes, the J's, and the Freshes.
Yes.
I don't even know what that means, and I did it.
I don't know what that means, but I liked it.
I know.
It was still pretty good.
My attempt is just I want to make Sledgehammer laugh in the back, but I just don't think it's going to work out today.
He's not having it. He doesn't get it, dude.
He's really just a sad man. He's probably so pissed.
So we got a new group that's cycling through right now before Matt comes through and kills both of us.
Yes.
We got a new group cycling through. We're going to be playing Amped Hardpoint again. Let's take a look at these new influencers.
I can't wait.
That we're going to have coming up. So I'm really excited to see what this new group's going to do because I'm not sure exactly which folks are going to be coming in, so I don't know how much experience with Titanfall they're going to have.
I mean, we saw Game Stage's incredible movement a little while today. We saw Darkness 429's great aim. Legion taking some risks as well.
And it's totally mediocre gameplay.
Totally wildly mediocre gameplay. So there's plenty. So I don't know who we have coming up, but here we go. All right, we got some good ones here.
Oh, this is good.
We got Doom 49, the one and only, Panic Control, Smokaloke, Game Stager once again, Legion, and Adversary D. So the new faces here, Doom 49, Panic Control, and Smoke. So really cool stuff there. Huge shout out to them.
Still some really, really solid players. So again, I think we're going to see some really interesting stuff.
I think Game Stager just didn't want to get up.
Dude, he's probably like, this is mine. This is my station. This is my game.
This is mine.
And he's earned that.
So we're going to be playing that in a little bit, guys. But we're giving away some stuff. We were talking about some awesome things. When we opened up earlier, we talked about this little bad boy right here. Again, I am unbelievably shocked as to how small this thing is. And the reason why I say that, because everyone, again, is going to be like, shill, sell out. You're just saying this only because, no, I actually have not seen an Xbox One S yet.
Yeah, this is literally the first time you've seen it in person.
Yeah, I was waiting for the right opportunity to pick one up because I had not been able to touch it.
Yes.
Because they had it at Gamescom, I believe, but it was like in a box. It was like in one of those glass cases, so I couldn't touch it there. And then they had it at another event, I think E3.
Yeah.
Yeah, E3. They had it at E3. Couldn't touch it there either because that's where it was announced. So I had not actually seen this bad boy pretty cool. I don't know. I'm actually really
I like the new
impressed with it.
controller a lot too. Nice little tweaks out there. You can feel like
I
got a little more texture on the plastic.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Nice grip to it now, right?
Yeah, like I use these things on my controller. I customize my controller in all these crazy different ways. I use this thing that has like a rubberish grip in the back.
Oh,
here.
yeah, totally.
But I actually really like this quite a bit. And, you know, it's funny. I would probably get it in black because when you live hard, you game hard. You know?
I can't argue with that. See, I'm the polar opposite. I love like white accessories, white out. All of my consoles are white.
Really?
I have the white Xbox. So I would probably go, well, I mean, honestly, if it's like I can choose whichever one I want that Vanguard.
The Vanguard one's pretty dope. Yeah, the Vanguard one is nice.
I want that real bad.
I would have to go with a black one just because I like to keep it simple. It's easy
Shiny
to
or
clean.
matte? What would you go for?
Ooh, is that an option?
Would you go like murdered out, like matte black?
Oh, man.
I don't know if it's an option. I'm just saying, what would you want?
Oh, I would go matte black.
You're asking
100%.
Larry for your like gold luster controllers,
No,
so
it's
I'm
very
just saying
true.
you can just add that onto it.
In case you guys don't know, if you didn't join us at the top of the broadcast, you know, I basically am trying to convince Major Nelson to give me a gold Xbox controller, not just like gold plated or painted with gold. No, I'm actually talking about solid gold. Okay, one that will weigh about, you know, maybe a solid 9 pounds. Hold it here
Probably get
and
pretty hot.
Get a good workout. It would be, it would be. But that's not the point. That's not, you know, like logic doesn't come into play here.
No, that doesn't matter in that case, yes.
But yeah, I actually would do like a matte black Xbox One S 100%.
Yeah,
actually, I just want one of these because I wanted to set up a new entertainment system in my living room. And I was telling my wife, I was like, hey, I want to get another Xbox for the living room. And she's just like, what?
That's a great idea.
Why would you do that? And I was like, well, why wouldn't I, you know? So I don't know. I want to have a new entertainment setup. Maybe this bad boy might be coming home with me. But in any case, though, of course, no one here heard that. We are going to go right into the game. It should be started up in just a little bit. And let's dive into the action.
Here we go. Again, amped hardpoint, rocking on Boomtown. There's your Spitfire.
I love it. One of my favorite elements.
Already just being out. Look at that. Like, nobody is there yet to contest that. See, that's just such a tough way to get a good head start. So here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if the other team is doing the flanking routes and just avoided B there, and they were going straight for A to be disruptive. So it'd be interesting to see if A ends up getting capped by Orange team here pretty quickly. Look at B's getting amped even. So yeah, I'm wondering why the other team is not sort of focusing on B at all, because you're seeing C is amped. So that's got to be my first guess, is that these guys are trying to be disruptive. They're trying to get the flanking routes. That was a cool use of grappling hook there. Didn't work out for them, though, with that swing around.
Yeah, you have to keep in mind, too, right? The Spitfire doesn't shoot nearly as fast as, like, the car does. So when you, like, come around the corner like that and you're looking to hit off the hip, you're just not going to succeed as much as you would with the car or the R201. The R201, I would say, is a bit more of the middle ground. You know, it depends on like what you want to do. I mean, this gun right here that you're seeing GameStager use, this gun is the R201 assault rifle. It's a very versatile weapon. Was in the original Titanfall as well. Again, a very good assault rifle. But, you know, like the Spitfire is great for those long-range engagements. It's a bit tougher to shoot, but if you're able to follow, I mean, I play an entire game with the Spitfire. Some people just don't do that. I like having more bullets and more to the clip. But there's just, again, there's just a lot of options and an opportunity for you to take advantage of different weapons in this game.
No, absolutely.
And B is going to be taken here. So this is going to be very interesting as B has now been flipped. And here we go. GameStage is going to fly in there like a bat out of hell. He's going to find one in front of him. Now charge into the other side here. And is going to toss a grenade down on the floor. Does he connect with it?
There in the
is
drop
able
pod.
to get the frag grenade
Nice.
kill. GameStager going absolutely huge.
Was that a triple kill right there?
That was pretty. I have to take a shower after that one, Jay.
Woo, that was dirty.
That was really filthy. I feel like I'm like just a tad bit dirty and may need to get some deodorant.
So again, this is a
sweating.
perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. You can see how he's constantly taking advantage of that movement. He's just always making himself a really hard target to hit, and he was able to get the jump on and take out 3 guys there in a relatively close quarters battle, because he just had that advantage that they were just sitting camping on that spot.
Yeah, and I think what's also really cool about what Game Stager was doing there as well. Is he clearly has a firm grasp of the time to kill, right?
Yes.
Also known as TTK, in case you guys are relatively new to FPS games. TTK, or time to kill, it's just how long it takes for you, obviously pretty self-explanatory, to get the kill, right, with how many bullets or whatever. And Game Stager just has a good grasp of it. When he pops around the corner, he finds one person, he knows that he has that guy dead to rights, and then he's able to turn around and put the business onto the next guy. So overall, though, I think it's just very impressive from Game Stager, and he's just doing a phenomenal job so far.
Yeah, and he's also making good use of his amped weapons boost. And, when you've earned that, that'll give both your primary and secondary weapon a bit more punch to them. So that's where, when you hit that your amped weapons, he can kind of go in there and
that's
know
when he
that
clicks
he can.
That button.
Exactly. That's where he knows, his attacks are going to go just a little bit stronger. You also get a little UI prompt. When amped weapons is currently on, your cursor there, your targeting reticle changes
orange,
color.
right?
Yeah, it'll be orange. So when you see it orange, that means that they're currently using that amped weapon perk.
Yeah, so look out for that. We'll make sure we keep an eye on it as well. And there's Smoke as well, and he's going to be using the Spitfire. Smoke, you're doing it right there, brother. I like that weapon, and I want to see you take full advantage of it. It's definitely great to hold down doorways as well, similar to the pathway that Smoke was just looking at right there. And that actually is interesting because that you saw how the slide worked and how it can slow down if you're not careful.
Beautiful timing.
So there's just all the little things you just need to keep in mind when you're watching Titanfall 2. But now
Yes.
an adversary finds one in front. That's going to be Legion Titan. Won't be able to stand toe-to-toe with him, and a good pick. Looking to continue to build on this lead here, Jay, or looking to gain on this lead, and they do manage to do so in about a couple of seconds here.
Yeah, there's some great back and forth that's happening here. You're seeing a lot of amped play, but also a lot of just rotation around the map. You're seeing these points constantly getting sort of contested, and the score really speaks to that. Oh, wow, what a great face-off there.
I actually thought they were going to take the lead, but they end up down just short here, about 8 points. So this is certainly not the way that they wanted to go, but they are going to have about the same amount of point gain. So at the very least, this lead is it's very doable here on both sides, and they are going to have 2 points. So if I'm understanding this correctly, when you hold 2 points, you're actually gaining them a tad bit faster than if you're holding 1 point that's amped up.
That's correct.
From what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, and then amping it up doubles it.
See, I actually did not know that, so you learn something new every day. Because I had thought, because I don't know if you noticed, but it ticks just a tad bit quicker.
Yep.
Which I think I think a lot of players just kind of need to keep in mind, especially in close games like this.
Yeah, and this is a case where right now things can get really interesting, and this is an opportunity for Legion, these guys, to run away with it. I love that he's using Scorch to hold this down. Scorch is a great Titan for crowd control, for map control. He can shut down entire lanes, be super disruptive. I mean, if these guys can't get another, again, this is where these guys should get the high ground and at least get a battery off of him. Get his health down, get him frustrated, and sort of speed up your timer so that you can get another Titan in the mix here. Because, yeah, as you can see, the score is starting to tick. We're in the 300s now, so there's not a lot of time. And these guys as pilots are having a really difficult time sort of wearing him down, and he's just keeping everybody off that middle spot. And that's really all they need to do right now.
Yeah, and you can see where Scorch's strengths lie, right? Like if you have good shots with that launcher, right, with the thermite launcher, which you see right there, obviously Legion has a good grasp of how this Titan plays. But one thing that you got to keep in mind is that those shots are incredibly hard to hit, right? So for any new players out there who have not really tried this out yet, just keep in mind that what you're seeing here, it's going to be a little difficult to pull off when you pick up the game for yourself. So take your time those shots appropriately to be able to angle them the way that you want. But yes, I do agree, Scorch is an incredible area clearer, right? AoE, area of effect damage. That is something that Scorch does really well. But now we're jumping over here to Ion, who is more of a direct damage dealing Titan, can do quite a few. And here we go, moving in with the blaster. Oh my goodness, the laser core
melted him down.
I love it.
Where's he going?
Yeah, just gonna
nowhere.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he stays alive. He stays alive. That's not the Game Stager, dude. This guy, he's a fight.
So you can see Blue has triple capped right now. So they have frozen the other team's score and are creeping back up here. So this is looking really scary for the other team. They got to have a real sense of urgency to shut this down.
If you're able to stop them on
these guys
C.
can totally recuperate right now.
they're going to grab some batteries there as well, so they're not bad. But they are going to get C right back, 383 to 341. Remember, they're going to be ticking a little bit faster. But the main issue here, though, and oh my goodness, there you have it, and just caught between the building.
Done.
And he's going to just shove that gun right in there. They have to get C right back. They have to get on that point as soon as possible, but B looks like it was about to be flipped. Only 13 points remaining here. Can this squad come back is the question. Can Smoke and his crew get back into this game? It's going to be really close here. They have 9 points to do so. They have to stop C, but no one's going to get inside of the point because they just can't. This is looking really interesting.
Yeah, this is our closest one yet. That was a really, really strong comeback by these guys. They could have held that triple cap for just a little while longer.
If they had gotten to C, if they had stopped C from gaining. Wait a minute, hold on.
This ain't over yet.
It ain't over, but they did lose B. Oh my goodness, they lost B 399. That is going to do it. What a close game. 401 to 396. Oh, we're going to 600.
We're just in 4. Okay,
you
so
can't
we still
change
got
a game on
we still
me.
got a game on us right now. Look at these guys climbing back.
You can't do
400
that.
to 402. Tie score coming up now. Oh my goodness! What an awesome comeback by these guys.
I legit thought we were going to 400. I'm now even more excited because this matchup has been so close.
You know, and that's kind of because you're seeing the matches get closer and closer. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see with this extra time.
Yeah. Well, we only have 35 seconds remaining.
Yep,
here.
that's a really, really good point. You know, you've seen a lot more Titans in the mix right now.
But they're giving up so much ground here, Jay.
They really are. Yeah. See, this is just way too aggressive for Nyan to try to do by themselves. I mean, you know, there's no shame in backing off and running away.
Laser Core is going to be online, though. He's going to fly right in and try and see if he can just cause
steal that
so much damage, but he does not. They are going to get A, but C's going to get amped up. 9 seconds remaining here as the other team is going to start to pull away. That's going to be Game Sager and crew. And that, actually not Game Sager, I apologize. But regardless, though, it doesn't matter because that will be it. Is Legion versus Game Sager. Legion comes out on top. 20 kills for him. Not a bad showing, but
yeah, I mean, for a lot of
that was have 52 kills.
Oh my goodness!
How do you drop a 50 bomb and still lose, Sager?
Well, you look at Ogre Titan down there at the bottom. You had a 4 and you had a 0.
Dropped 52, still holding that L
That's
hard.
Insane. He had as many kills as almost the entire other team.
I have to give him crap about that.
Yeah, we definitely will afterwards.
Yeah, that's what happens when you push the objective.
52
man.
and lose.
52 and lose.
So that was anybody's game there for a while. You know, I think that it really kicked off with Legion there getting Scorch and holding down B for as long as he did, and keeping that other team at bay. I think that bought them a lot of time. And you know, this is our second hardpoint match in a row that was really, really close.
Yeah, the games are getting good. Seems like the people who are lining up to play here at TwitchCon are starting to really step their game up. But not bad, though, folks, as 434 to 413, Legion and crew are going to win it. Meanwhile, Game Sager drops a 52 bomb in this game and cannot come out on top. And there you see all of our Twitch broadcasters playing right now, talking, getting ready. I was in that pit earlier playing Battlefield 1.
Yes.
I went 29-0. In my game.
That's not bad. You're traveling today. You just came off.
I know. Well, I mean, all I do
show.
is win, right? Like I channel my inner, my inner DJ Khaled line.
I respect
so
that.
That's just what I do. But you know, I had to get down here, do what I basically get the business done.
Yep.
Right. But then you had Wesley talking crap about me, which I heard was a little unfortunate. He was saying I was a light tank camper.
Ooh.
So I'm like, dude, I'm going out here, I'm getting the slays, I'm winning the game. I'm not like Game Sager who's out here getting the slays and losing.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're right. I mean, there's just more to the game than just getting in those kills. I mean, that's a role he typically plays, but the other guys have to sort of, again, it's reactive and
it's all his fault.
It's Sager, you could do better.
You could do better, man. You should have done 60. I would have done 60.
I don't know if I've ever seen 52 kills in a game before. That's crazy.
That is actually kind of absurd.
That's really, really crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That is
Sager's the king of doing things in Titanfall we've never seen before.
That's
like 20.9 on the training run.
Totally get that, man. I totally get that.
It's ridiculous.
All right, so we have another game here. Let's see what mapping and game type we're going to do. I don't think we're doing any bounty hunt. No, we're going to stick with amped hardpoint. which I'm excited about. I love amped hardpoint, super fun game type.
Agreed.
And we're also going to a
look at
great
that map flow there.
Oh, what is he looking for?
So this is great. Getting on the high ground again. You're
he
just,
got sonar detected though, so they know exactly where he is.
That pulse blade, man, that is just such a great tool in this map where you guys try. Oh, that's a great little
look
route
at that
there.
lane.
Love that.
Oh, but he has to be careful though, because there is going to be one player in front of him, and I think someone might be behind him too.
So that was a classic Halo move right there. Throwing out the grenades ahead of time, he get those hit markers to try to detect where they were coming in. That almost worked out for him.
I do that all the time.
Managed to get a kill and.
Sometimes you just got to know when not to do it, right? Like
Absolutely.
It is something that you kind of just have to like change up. Because I know that I've done it plenty of times. But here goes. Smoke's going to push in now, and he won't be able to do anything with that because Scorch is going to pick him up from behind. And let's see.
Yeah, I got to see. I want to see. There we go. Arc grenades, I think, are much more effective in this kind of situation. That's just. You were just walking into trouble there.
That Pulse Blade, man. Pulse Blade's so good. You know what? One of my favorite thing about Pulse Blades, though, is when you actually get the kill with it.
Sadric teasing. Oh, because if you hit a player directly with that Pulse Blade, it will kill them.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah, it's a combo of having a sort of adding map awareness, but can be used as a weapon if you pull it off. And you're right, man, that's a super satisfying thing to do.
Yeah, really, really fun to do. Again, folks, there's just so many things you can do with Titanfall 2 when you guys pick it up for yourselves here. Now, Smokeloak with Spitfire, the trusty Spitfire, and see those grapples right there. Those are good grapples to make because you're able to climb up. But I personally wouldn't use the grapple hook in that way because it's a simple jump, right? You just jump up and you're going to be able to hit that, right? Even here, I don't think I'd use the grapple hook in that way either because you're losing speed. So it's all about how you determine that you want to use your grapple hook. But remember, momentum's key with that particular tool.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I mean, it has.
See, now that's a good use of the grapple hook.
That's a great use of the grapple hook. It's also a great way to sort of quickly course correct when you're in a fight with another player. That's where I find myself using a lot, being really reactionary. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, there's times when not to use it, it actually can slow you down a little bit.
Well, I had to wrestle with that same issue when I picked up Titanfall 2, the technical test, right? I remember when everyone was like, basically everyone just used a grapple hook. I almost felt naked if I didn't have the grapple hook. By the way, guys, we were talking about in the last game, you see that orange reticule there, that means it is going to be amped up his gun, which it will do a little bit more damage it would be quite substantial and a huge advantage here, especially for guys like Legion who have shown themselves to be adequate slayers for sure. Ooh. But we switch out right before, and I don't know, he did pick up that kill there on Game Sager. Doom 49 not going to be able to stay up there. Scorch Titan will have his number. And Smokeloak just hanging back.
He's got to be careful. You sit there for too long, especially all someone's got to do is throw a pulse blade or start moving around. That caused a lot of trouble. I think maybe he's kind of debating, like, where do I want to sort of head to next?
Yeah. Well, he did get pulse bladed just now. And
oh, watch that grenade.
I saw his face. He was like, come on. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, we've all been there.
We've all been there. Okay, Adversary D's had some pretty strong showing so far. Trying to get 3, but Legion not going to have any of that madness. Now here comes Game Sager.
Yeah, we have a trip cap happening right now. So yeah, Sager and these guys need to try to shut this down. I like how he's getting on B. At least get that amped out. There we go. He's going to start drawing people. Hopefully he's going to have some other teammates here going to A or C as well. You see an A getting dropped down right now. And just like that, they've secured 2 more points and kind of avoided those guys running away. That wasn't too bad. I think those guys only did about a 15, 18-point jump there from that.
And you have to think, too, how good Game Sager is. He was sonar detected and still was able to pick up 3, but that Titan just drops right there. Now it's going to be a 1v1 Titan fight. They are going to have it out there. Legion, though, is opting to continue to grind it out here with his trusty
yeah, look at this guy.
R201.
They've taken A right back and now B right back. A trip cap again.
Yeah, this is not looking good here. Game Sager and crew can't quite seem to get it together. Look at that. Look at that shot, though.
Yeah, and see, that's a combo of just like great movement, but also using that amped weapons there to just speed up that time to kill.
Yeah, and you also saw him come around that wall there, slide in, but then stop midway through and hit the turn and real sharply. Again, you could do so much with the sliding tool, the sliding mechanic in this game, that if you don't try, like, you're really going to be missing out on some cool stuff and just great speed. So remember, folks, lots to do in this game. Don't be afraid to try out new things. As Jay had alluded to before, there's always going to be something for you to try out. Let's see here.
Also, I think this is some of our first Titans we're seeing get in the mix. Again, I'm loving seeing a bit more Scorch. It was a lot of Ion yesterday. Both Tim and I were like, where's the love for Scorch? So it's great to see Scorch in the mix.
It's a hard
here.
Titan to use.
Absolutely. Certainly one of the Titans with the higher learning curve. You're going to see that with Titans like Ronin and Northstar as well.
I can't wait for that.
Definitely Legion. Really all of them do. There's a high skill gap for all of the Titans. Some of them can be a little easier to sort of grasp at earlier stages. I think Tone is definitely a great intro Titan for a lot of people to start with. But yeah, when you start getting those other Titans in here, things start getting really, really interesting for sure. Oh, yeah. See, that's just bad for that Auto Titan right now. Just tons of thermite there to have to deal with. Just tons of damage right away. Getting close to that heat shield right now.
Oh boy.
Use that electric smoke. You can take out both of them at once.
Melee, so I don't know if he's gonna. Can Doom win this one? Oh no, Doom, and he will fall despite him having that early advantage, though.
So yeah, that was just some bad decision making. Really should have gone in closer with the heat shield. That would have just sucked out the rest of the damage right away and could have just dashed away from it. Or going in close there and they done the electric smoke, you would have been doing damage to that Titan as well as the character or the pilot that was rotoing him as well.
Keep in mind too, though, Doom 49, known for his Battlefield commentaries and most notably on PC. So he is certainly more of a keyboard and mouse kind of guy. So he's picking this one up with the controller. I'm not saying he's bad, but of course, you know, it's a different kind of environment. You know, not everyone can be as blessed.
He's not in his comfort zone right now.
Not everyone can be as blessed with the skills of a controller as I can. And I know pretty much everyone in the Twitch chat hate me. But
like, sure you are, Golden
yeah,
Boy.
sure, man. You're so good.
Sure.
Definitely. I hate this guy.
Bro.
Fire him. You know. And then Matt's probably just looking at the chat. Sledgehammer's just like, yes, it's all according
He's getting
to
what
plan.
he deserves.
He's getting eaten alive.
Matt's probably the architect of it all.
He's for sure. I think he has like multiple duplicate accounts.
Yes.
And that's a good hook, by the way.
That's a great hook. Yeah, grabbing verticality, right? That's another like great use for the grappling hook there.
And now he's looking to use this the charge rifle there. Beautiful.
Little slide down the hill, almost getting the rodeo there.
Oh boy, this isn't good.
That's tough. That's going to be really tough to do. He's got a battery on him as well, so that's a great steal there for that Ion. Kind of check if the coast is clear, maybe hop out and steal that back, get your help. Oh, what a great laser shot.
Game Sager just looks at Legion.
He's like, I got you, bro. I got you.
He just looked at him. He gave him that look of like, deal with it.
That was the beatdown right there.
Oh, it's so good.
So yeah, this is a good opportunity for Sager's team though to make a comeback. They're losing B right now. I like that he's starting to put some pressure on C1. Keep them. Oh. Oof. Man, no matter how many times I see that. What?
Laser shot
that
is
was
just absolutely disgusting.
4 kills. I think he was just a part of there. That was just absolutely awesome shutting those guys down. But they really need to cap C, I think. Great job sort of being disruptive and getting those kills in, buying his team a little more time, but they got to take advantage of it. Again.
Oh, Legion.
Oh, no.
Oh, but he's absorbing, and they won't be able to stay alive long enough. Just shreds him.
Wow. So you're just seeing some really, really high-level Titan play happening right now. I've lost count of how many Titans and pilots he has killed on this run with Ion right now.
You know what I am noticing, though? He's not using the trip mines.
You know what? That's true, and that's actually, I would probably throw them out right there at the front, so any Titans that are trying to come through that lane, that middle lane there, they could go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah.
You're right. That'd be a totally good play to do right now.
Yeah. You know, again, you never know like what uses you're going to get out of certain abilities, right? So you always just want to keep in mind of that. And by the way, game stage of 28 kills. There's a Scorch Titan who has 21. And these are longer games, by the way. So we're going to 600 points, but mostly they'll end by time.
Right.
Especially with this game in particular, it can't really see a world where in 35 seconds we are able to get 600 points. So the blue team is looking fantastic at this point in time. Here comes adversary D. He's going to find himself one. Looking around for another target here, but they are going to be losing C, so this is not what they want. They are already down by a significant amount. Despite them having a Titan advantage, it does not seem to be playing out in their favor. C will get contested, and here comes members of the opposing team looking to get in there.
Oh my goodness.
And this is certainly going to be a tough one for them to fight out of, but they do manage to do so. It's still going to be contested. There goes one in front. Legion Titan not able to stay alive. Adversary D comes out with it, but it won't matter because time will cease. And despite the advantage that the enemy team had, they just could not quite do it. 4 Titans were out for them, but it all came down to pilot gameplay.
Yeah, I just think there was too many people focused on slaying and not enough objective. Perfect case in point.
PTO,
We saw Sager out there with Ion just basically wiping out all of the opposition around C.
Yeah.
And not once did I see any other teammates coming there to capture that point. So it's like even though he got a lot of kills, he shut down a couple Titans, nobody was capturing that point, and so the other team was still racking up their score, regardless of the fact that he was just laying waste. It was super entertaining to watch, but that's just not going to get him the win.
That's right. Not going to get you to W there, indeed, folks. So that'll do it for this particular game on Kodai Amped Hardpoint. We saw some great action despite it. Game Stager had a nasty shot that hit fire off the slide there. I mean, that was really
Yes.
Legion also had some good uses of the he had some good use of the grapple hook. We saw that as well. Adversary D also had some pretty good runs. So not bad all around from our Twitch broadcasters, kicking butt here at TwitchCon 2016. If you're just joining us, this is Titanfall 2 at the Xbox booth live at TwitchCon 2016. I'm Golden Boy F2W, joined by the one and only Jay Frechette of Respawn Entertainment. And we have, I think, maybe one more game in us here?
One, maybe two?
We got a few. Never mind. We got a few games. I was just told by production.
We're
so
good.
The guy yelled in my ear. He's very loud.
Well, you got to figure, right? About 8 minutes, 10 minutes a game. We definitely got some more time here.
We got some time.
And like I said, like you're seeing a lot of great individual play. A lot of the guys are getting the hang of like finding their style. You're seeing them stick with a lot of particular loadouts. So it'll be interesting to see how the team dynamics start to evolve now. I want to see more communication. I want to see them sort of feeding off each other in more effective ways. Seen some great slaying, but we need to see some good objective stuff as well.
That's right. Keep in mind, folks, that these players here, all these people, they're just convention goers. You know, people who are enjoying the event, wanted to play Titanfall 2 maybe for a second, third time, maybe for the first time. So to them, this is a brand new experience. Meanwhile, they're playing with these try-hard Twitch broadcasters who only know how to do one thing, and that's try hard and win.
Try hard and win.
Of course. But it's been certainly a fun time here as we get ready for our next game, and it is ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump right into the action one more time. And we're going to be making our way back.
Oh, here we are on Homestead.
Homestead. So I don't think we've seen this map yet.
Yeah, this is our first one of the weekend. This is a really rad map for this game type. B's going to be right there below that tower, so it's going to see a lot of contention there. Look at Sager just trying to get that advantage. I love this right away. This high point gives you great sight lines on so much areas of the map. So and the other team's thinking the same thing.
Legion and Game Sager, man, they're thinking pretty much, what can we do?
Again, you see what he's doing there. Like when he got up there, he didn't just post up and stand still and start sniping. He was moving all around and getting good awareness. So even when the other guy was climbing, he was the first one to see him. He was the first one to take him out. Now he's just going to be really disruptive. And this map's very interesting too, you know, because it's got a great mix of what they call islands. And so Titans and pilots end up playing together really in interesting ways on this, where it gives pilots just the right amount of verticality to be able to oppose Titans as well. Map flow is huge here. Sight lines are huge on this map. It'll be really interesting to see where the focus points are. Like you can see, B here is a really tough spot. It's a lot like Boomtown. It's out in the open. There's a lot of different areas to attack it from. So B's going to be really hard to hold down.
But you know what, though? There's a really good cave on the right side of B.
Yes.
That you can actually hold, and you can amp up the hard point from there. And I've held that, unless it's been changed. But in the tech test, I held it down with a Spitfire and just did absolute destruction.
No, that is a good little spot because, again, you got to watch your back on that one because people can come in from the seaside and sort of flank you from behind. But you're right, that is a really good spot because a lot of people are anticipating players hiding in the tower or near the cover around the tower. So yeah, that little cave there on the left is another really good spot.
Yeah, and Legion and Game Sage are pretty much just exchanging possession of the top of the tower here. So that's pretty funny. I should expect Game Sager to be climbing up any second now because he more than likely sees it. There it is, right there is a battle. Game Sager versus Legion, and Sager comes out on top, looks for Doom, or looks for Ogre, excuse me, Ogre Titan, and that will be a clean pickup for him as well. Game Sager just backing away, playing this one out. We got Panic Control. We haven't seen much of this guy.
Yeah, and I like he's rocking Graber right now. That was a bold strategy with that gun. So he's kind of hanging back in a good spot with Sniper because you can get sightlines on that tower right there. You can also flank a few of the guys coming from C on the opposing side. So yeah, this is also, you can get some momentum here off these wall runs and come around the backside of C. There's just so many different ways you can approach each of the control points here. Also, I think the team that's going to do well is going to have really good map rotation, and they're just going to constantly be kind of like switching around between the points.
I just want to say, I don't know if you saw with the Kraber there, but I just think it's very, the visuals in this game, right? I just kind of have to cover this because that gun is so unbelievably big.
Yep.
That it blurs out as the gun is close to you. So it's a very unique experience. That's actually, funny enough, that's one of the reasons why I personally don't use the Kraber. Because I'm not really a sniper guy, but on top of which, I like to have full visibility of my screen.
Sure.
So I wouldn't pick weapons like that. But man, North Star Titan is just going in with that Kraber there. Found Legion. Not much you can do. There's only going to be one Titan available, but keep in mind, Adversary D and his squad are going to be losing this one by a considerable margin, and they're going to continue to lose this because they do not have the points. And on top of that, they aren't amping up anything, so that's what Adversary is looking to do here to at least keep his team competitive in this one.
Yeah, this is smart. His other team needs to really start pushing on to B right now, though. It only needs one of these guys back here to get that kind of started. Yep, get it amped and move on. They got they're at a point right now where, they're not, it's not a total loss, but definitely to have a good sense of urgency.
You got to step it up.
For sure.
You got to step it up. Legion, though,
they need to amp it up.
Yeah, they got to amp it up. Oh, man. You got to amp it up,
Amp it up, man.
Amp it up, man. That's what you got to do, man. It's 1999. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Good position. I see, good patience there.
Do you remember back in 1999 where everything was extreme?
Yeah, totally. We had a great graphic design for video games. Is really amazing in the 90s. Oh, go look at like an old GamePro or EGM back then. It's
bad.
It's classic.
It was so bad.
Are you a gamer that loves to game hard? Were particularly interesting back then.
Oh my god! I just always think about like when I would see like the old GamePro covers and you would look at the description and it's like, Tomb Raider's here to destroy the competition. And you're like, what is going on right now?
And it was always like the kid was sitting in front of the TV getting like blown away by it. And stuff was coming out of the screen at them. It was always this very intense marketing.
What is going on,
Video games are crazy.
Oh, man. That was like the market back then, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That was the market.
That's true.
Now everyone's trying to be a hipster and be cool. It's like Matt Everett, a.k.a. Sledgehammer.
So we saw a brief triple cap there. Again, we're starting to see this.
I don't know if that was a good idea.
That was, again, this is showing like a frustration on their side, right? You're seeing a lot of just rushing. Sager's like taking a break right now because he's just like, what is going on with you guys?
Typically, I just go hard in the paint like the whole time. And the other thing too, Jay, is when there is a giant smoke cloud of electricity in front of you. Whoa, did you see that?
Oh, what a great use of grapple there.
Did you see that pop-up you got?
That was beautiful.
Oh, dude, see, those are the kinds of things that I want to know more of.
And that was an example of not using it in a good way. But he still got the kill. You should steal that battery as well. That'd be great to have in your pocket. He's not too far away from getting that next Titan in.
Why don't you explain the batteries to some people who may not know, because it doesn't seem like a lot of these players are charging after them.
Yeah, and so when you drop in your Titan, right, you've got your health, and what the battery allows, it's an offensive and defensive kind of play. You can either rodeo an enemy Titan, and by doing that you will steal their battery, which takes away a bit of their health, as well as will add a boost to your Titan timer. You can jump on a friendly Titan and give them a battery, and you will give them shields, and you'll give them a boost to their health, or you can call in your Titan with a battery, or pick one up and hop back into your Titan, and that will do the same thing. That will give you shields, and that will also give you a health boost. It's a huge, huge part, honestly, of being like super successful with Titan gameplay, and you always want to take advantage of it whenever you can. Again, it's a great way to disrupt the other team, but also a great way to be a supportive role for other players, as well as give yourself an advantage when you're going. So it's something that always should be on the back of your mind. Like I said, if I see my meter at like 65, 70%, I'm immediately looking for a Titan to steal a battery from, because I know that's going to give me my Titan, and I'll have a battery right away that I can use. Oh, great use of flame core of the laser core there, just totally taking them out. Seeing a slight sort of uptick here from GameSager's team. They're in a pretty good shape. They've got, you know, the 2 points just about amped. They're slowly creeping up here. Look at him going for charge rifle snipes.
Both of them are trying to hit each other with charge rifle shots.
Little duel going on right now.
Oh boy.
He's like, I'll come to you. Legion and Sager here are becoming quite the rivals, I'm noticing.
Yeah, they've been going up to one another and really trying to one up, you know, a little gentlemanly sport here.
Yes.
Perhaps, who knows?
Well, they've been playing against each other quite a bit over yesterday and today, so I'm sure, oh, that would have been.
Dude, that would have been a nasty shot.
That would have been great. I really want to see it.
He's capable of it.
I really want to see it. Like I said, Legion had a great one yesterday. Not necessarily, you know, like I said, the charge rifle is typically used as an anti-Titan weapon. That's sort of its classification, and it's super effective against Titans, especially hitting them in their critical spots. But you're seeing more and more players use it as sort of a sniper for the pilot.
Yeah.
And I think it's sort of it's a bragging rights kind of thing, right? It's super satisfying to pull
I did it all the time.
And it looks good when you do it.
Ooh.
Oh, see, this is a lot of trouble right now.
Just the sheer amount of damage that is being put out there
Yeah.
here.
So I like he threw his own mix of thermite there right underneath that one that was coming out. So great damage, but yeah, he needs to get the heck out of there.
Yeah, he's going to have to eject out of this one too. So if I'm in an eject state and someone has a battery and puts it on me, does it save me?
Yes, that'll give you a little bit of health and it'll give you shields.
Oh, look at that. So then it's not completely lost when you
Yeah,
are
and you
in the
even
eject
notice
state.
versus Titanfall 1, your eject, once you go into that sort of damaged state, it's not draining automatically. It will stay there, and I'll drop very, very quickly, so you got to keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's a risk-reward thing. It's like, yeah, you've got a little bit of space to hang out in this Titan, but you can get dropped even by a pilot very quickly once you're in that state.
Interesting, interesting. So here we go, folks. We got 40 seconds
These
left
guys
on the
are
clock.
making a comeback. I love this right now. Triple cap. Oh, great placement there. Making sure B's going to, so having that scorch there pretty much guarantees him B. So yeah, I think just hang out at these points here. Great, great kills.
You know, I want to see some shotgun gameplay.
You know what? You're right. We have not seen. It's basically been a lot of the LMGs, SMGs, and submachine guns coming out of here too.
I think it's because shotguns are just one of those weapons that are very situational.
Absolutely.
And you have to know how to put yourself in that kind of position. I personally try it all the time. Doesn't matter the game. I always play a shotgun just to see like how it feels, and then I'll do my best to just like get into a position where I could where I can pick up one. But that's going to do it, folks. Woo! Close game. 399 to 387.
Yeah, a little more time, and I feel like those guys could have come back with it. Legion holding on to his undefeated.
Yeah, he hasn't lost.
That's got to feel pretty good for him right now.
He's
but that one, I feel like
tryhard.
these other guys the other team is starting to find their rhythm a little bit, which is they got a little more time left tonight that they might be able to pull out a win for these guys.
Yeah, we got a couple more games incoming here, folks. So make sure you guys are sticking around. Let everyone know what's going on here. We're going to be giving away some stuff as well. Earlier,
and I feel like we're in a position right now where they could take out this ship. You got 3 Titans on the field.
That would be sick.
They're not getting contested at all. They're all where they need to be. Go for it, guys. Let's see it happen.
Go, go, go. Shoot up. Shoot up. What is this?
What is he trying to do?
What is panic? No. Shoot. Shoot it. Oh, was he a losing?
That was one of the losing guys,
okay.
but still.
Did it switch out last? Okay, that was him too.
Oh, wow. You know what? Look at that. Almost the whole team looks like they got away.
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize that.
Nice play there.
Yeah, the whole team.
Again, Sager, I saw 26 kills on that. Again, pretty consistent.
Oh yeah, well they weren't going to destroy because they were the ones they were the ones who had to run away.
That's true. What are we talking about, Golden Boy?
I just want to see the
watched
freaking
so much
shuttle
Titanfall.
destroy.
I was at tunnel vision there. I just wanted to see that go down.
I wanted to see it go down.
I want to see one get blown up.
That's all we want.
I always want to do that in every single match. That's always something I really like going for. It's one of those just cool things that are unique to Titanfall.
For it all the time.
Yeah, it's just totally unique to it. It's fun.
It was like one of those things at the end of a game when everyone was like, all right, get together, let's do this. And then everyone would get together. And then it'll get like right there. Or there was one time where it was like super, just like a sliver left. And then I had, I believe, the charge rifle.
Yep.
And it was like about to fly away. It was like sailing out, and then it just went.
Kind of that last second?
Last second
that's
and
great.
blew out. Everyone went nuts. It was
That's
actually
great.
really cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, folks, if once again you're joining us, welcome to TwitchCon 2016. We're here in sunny San Diego, California, where we are talking about Titanfall 2. We're going to be doing some, traditional esports commentary over it, some information courtesy of my friend Jay here. And we're just having some fun with this one. It's been a great time. We also have some great influencers who are competing here and having just a ball playing the game itself. But now it's time to jump into some action yet again as we make our way over to Boomtown one more time for some more action.
So if I know Sager, he's going to take that right lane and he's going to hit straight over.
Can you jump while you're in the grapple state?
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's probably
yeah,
why
that gives you a
people
little
are
bit
propping
extra air
themselves
there
up.
too. Yeah.
That makes sense. You see that movement, man. It's just absurd, and he gets absolutely caught off guard.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually still getting away with doing this. He always comes down that right side. He gets the high ground, and he starts immediately just slaying on the other team and really giving his team the opportunity to hold down B.
Not bad.
Which so far is not working out for him. You can see it's actually there they go. You're starting to see that ticker start to go down and starting to see B captured for his blue team. This would be great for these guys to sort of get a good head start here. They could certainly use it.
Remember, guys, we have 10 minutes here of gameplay.
They need to get C amped, though. I mean, they need every bit they can get. This is off to a great start here. Yep, awesome. He's throwing that pulse blade. He knows right where the enemy's going to be.
Look how many people are in there, too.
He's like, I want some of that. I want some of those kills.
Bottom green. Let's see if he's going to find him. One in front, another one challenging up top, and all that activity going on the rooftop.
Everybody dancing on the roof right there.
I know, that was insane. And they might still be there, too, if they're not careful. There's going to be one right there. The adversary can't come on top. Ronin's going to be able to get the victory on that. Now we got some Kraber gameplay. Can Panic hit the shots? No, not going to find anything with that one. But still a good try, nonetheless. Fire a powerful ball of electricity.
The Thunderbolt's it's a great anti-Titan weapon. It's also a good way to sort of you can fire it down the lane, and it does damage in an area effect around the orb that it's shooting. So it's a great way to sort of identify other players that are on the map too, especially for these sort of thin, narrow streets.
Look at him.
Firing it right down there can be great. Yeah, this is Sager's sweet spot right here, just hanging out on these rooftops, kind of bouncing back and forth, and
Level 109.
just hitting them as people are trying to come out of that A spot.
I didn't even know you can go to past 100 levels with the guns in this game. That's actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah, you can progress very, very far. We'll have Jennings, similar to Titanfall 1, in here as well. Lots and lots of things to level up.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, the grind is always kind of the fun of the game.
Yeah, of course. Of course. You're playing to just not only be better than everyone else, but to get all the cool stuff too.
Yeah, one thing you're not seeing here that's really awesome to see in the full title is all the visual customization. The weapon skins, there are skins for the, different types of armor skins for the pilots. Look at this sneaky guy just hanging out in here.
It's got to be careful, though, because you can get tagged from there. It is.
Yeah, if someone throws a pulse blade and identify. Oh, see, nice surprise.
Oh, no, but
yeah,
he will get.
Had that backup right there, though.
Legion read that one like an open book and will find himself, too, looking for a third as well. Legion's going absolutely insane. Maybe another one, but no. Tone Titan's going to be there for the stop. And now it's going to be over to Doom 49. Let's see what he can do as he's trying to identify a player creeping up by him here. That R201 not really working out too much. Gets picked up in the sky by the Legion Titan, not to be confused with Legend Queen or Legion himself. Panic Control, though, still with that Kraber, looking to get some clean shots off with the sniper rifle. Maybe, just maybe, can find what he's looking for.
Ooh.
Not able to get it, though, and there is going to be a player on top of the roof overlooking B, so that is exactly what he wants to do, and he does see his target. If he creeps around, he's waiting, but he saw him drop down, so that's going to be all for Moot, and they are going to get control of B. They have A and B control. It's a very close game here, folks. 146, 147, 148 to 144. This is looking pretty good here for Adversary and his squad.
Yeah, I like what they're doing, man. They're not being too aggressive. You're seeing the team just kind of focusing on holding those 2 points. I'd like to see them amp their home base there a little bit. I think A should be amped up. Just make sure no one's kind of flanking them from the right.
I actually want them to to really just push on to C and not allow, like, really pin them at spawn, right?
Sure.
Like, you know, one of the things that I love to do in FPS games is it's really, especially FPS games with respawn, is understanding the spawn locations and how to manipulate those spawns. Those
Absolutely.
are oftentimes called spawn manipulation. You'll see it in a lot of games. You know, games like Halo, for example, is a really, really good game and known for spawn manipulation, because you can pretty much pin someone exactly where you want. Because GameSager's here right now and he's going to be inside of C, this is going to force a spawn in a very different area here. He may get 1 or 2 people on the street, but they're probably going to spawn out further toward B if I had to guess. But again, I don't really have a good grasp of the spawn system in this particular game just yet, because I'll wait for my private matches to do that. That's what I do. I just
well,
it's
it's good. I mean, you're right. I mean, so much of it is situational awareness in this game. I know that, you know, when I first started playing at the studio with everybody, obviously a lot of the devs and designers are very good at the game, but the most intimidating part was just, you know, all the other maps. Obviously, I know my way around, you know, Boomtown and Ford Base Kodai and Homestead pretty well, but when I start getting in the other ones, I'm getting killed from different angles very easily simply because I don't know all the routes yet.
Yeah, you just got to know, you know, what your spawns are and how to attack. It's a very common thing, guys. You know, definitely check it out for yourself. Titanfall 2 was good at that as well. Or Titanfall, excuse me, the original. But 3 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock, 234 to 197. Adversary D and his squad are on top. Yeah, that was a great grenade dropped right in there. It's going to distort everyone. And look now, a Titan will be out here for Smokelope's team as they continue to pile onto this lead.
Oh, that could have been bad for him real quick
there.
That Titan almost landed right on him.
Oh, no, you can't do that. He will fall. That will be a, what is that? Was that a melee kill? No.
That was a great job by Legion there to just, you know, keep, it looked like it was a sniper shot from far away,
already.
right?
He was getting damage because he was inside of a range of a Titan he wasn't supposed to be. He was inside of that bubble.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
Oh, there goes a laser core.
Great laser core.
Melting away, Legion's Auto Titan about to fall. GameSager wanted to clear that one out. Now they're going to be no more Titans
left.
left.
He's got to get out of there, though. Someone's hit him with that charge rifle. Yep. Oh, see, good awareness. He saw that shot. Got him with the almost.
That was good.
Good arc grenade.
But now he has no idea where the heck he's going. Luckily, he was able to get out of there with the skin of his teeth and then find Strider Titan for the pickup. Not bad. Ooh, okay. So Zion Titan would.
Yeah, they're getting that sense. They're just barely holding on to that lead right now, and Legion and the guys are creeping back on them. You're about to get that A amped right now, and that's going to really start to speed things up. So
they have a lot of gain. Look at that, 3 ticks there in comparison to the 1.
Yes.
So you see those 3 arrows at the top of your screen for the blue team. That's Legion's team, and they're coming right back into this one. Tied game. Now they're going to have the lead, and Legion and crew want to keep this one here, but you have 2 Titans who just dropped down here, Jay. This is certainly not looking good. He's taken quite a bit of damage, and he will not be able to stay alive, but does manage to get the kill there on a North Star Titan. But they got to deal with these Titans quickly. This is a very close game with a minute and 49.
This is a tough spot to be in right now. Oh, nice little assassination there. I think that's the first one we've seen on these 2 days of streams. That's great.
Good night, iRobot.
We've shown off a couple of the other ones that we teased in some of the trailers. There will be multiple assassinations for the pilots.
Nice.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Are there going to be multiple assassinations for the Titans as well?
As of now, each Titan has their own specific one, but post-launch, the team has lots of great ideas. The animators are lots of great ideas, so we shall see. I'd love to see more of them.
I know, me too. That'd be really fun, right? But I love the Titan animations right now. I think they're just so unbelievably cool, and they got to be careful there. If they are too close to that Titan, they could end up falling. But GameSager is going to fall. And this is getting dangerously close here, folks, with 1 minute left on the clock, 391 to 366. And I believe this is still going to be 600 points. This is...
yeah, it's probably going to go until the time runs out right now, but...
it's going to time.
This has been close pretty much for the last, like, 250 points. This has been really, really great back and forth here.
Legion's trying to keep his team very much in this game, folks. Game Sager, though, trying to do the exact same, but for his squad on the other team. 433.96.
Oh, I like this. I like what he's doing here. Yes.
Mere seconds left on the clock. Game Sager looking to pick up the W here, and it's looking very much like a possibility.
Oh.
That's going to be 2BT finding his. Legion with a stop. Atlas Titan comes out on top.
Yeah, these guys are in good shape. Their points are going up
it.
there really fast. Yeah, with these 6 seconds, these guys are finally going to get their win.
Finally. And that's going to do it. Victory for Game Sager and his squad. And I'm sure Game Sager is very happy about that as we get ready for the epilogue. Good news is, folks, we're going to have one more game coming up after this one. What map? I would like to go back to Kodai again.
Yeah, I feel like we're due for Kodai. We'll see which one they end up coming out. But this was definitely one of the better matches I think we've seen on the overall weekend. And I think Boomtown is starting to become one of my favorite maps for Amped Hardpoint. You're just seeing a lot of really fun rotation, a lot of fun routes. There's great verticality on this map. And so it was great to see the Kraber here getting into the mix as well.
That's right. That is right. So now it's the intercept. And is Game Sager?
All we got left, Golden Boys, this next match is we need to see the transport ship.
It's not going to happen, man. I've given up hope. Given up. The dream is dead.
It's just not a priority to these guys.
It's not a priority.
They're not hearing us.
They don't care about my wants and desires.
They don't care what we want.
They don't. You know, they don't. And
they're not here for our entertainment.
That hurts. Enemy evacuation's over. That's going to do it. Game Sager dropping 36 kills. Legion on the other side dropping 23. But finally, a huge slaying game there for Game Sager is going to give his squad a victory. GG for them as we get ready for our final matchup of the broadcast here. And then we're going to talk with some of our players here, which is going to be awesome. Once again, folks, if you're just joining us here, this is Titanfall 2 live at TwitchCon 2016. I'm Golden Boy FTW, joined by Jay Frechette of Respawn Entertainment, breaking out a gameplay, having some fun, doing some commentary, seeing some awesome plays. It's been a great time so far.
Yeah, these guys are just getting better and better at the games. We're just seeing more and more stuff. Like I said, the only thing I'm missing is I wish I was seeing the rest of the Titans and the boost in there. I'm ready to just get this full game out into the wild and see what they can do. So we are getting confirmed that forward-based Kodai will be our final map, which is great. That's going to be really, really fun.
I love that map. It's a great map.
Yes.
Probably one of the best for infantry combat, especially at the B point.
Totally.
So we're going to dive into that one in just a little bit here, folks. But, you know, Jay, I was going to ask you something. I completely blanked out on it.
Oh.
You know that? I was really excited, too.
And I can't read your mind, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that.
Oh, how's your TwitchCon been?
Oh! Really, really awesome. I mean, it's a great mix of it's my first event with Titanfall, so it's really exciting to to see people and fans playing the game and be able to interact with the community. You know, I'm recently joined Respawn as a community manager, so it's awesome to meet a lot of these folks in person. And just meeting other friends in the industry, and also just being in San Diego. I didn't get to come here this year for Comic-Con. I love San Diego.
I've never gone to San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, it's a great show. It's a great town. I always love being here, and yeah, you guys put on a great show. The energy here is awesome.
Yeah, I've been looking around, man. There's just been so many. Like, I haven't really been able to do anything, and I'm hoping that, you know, when we're done here, I could get around. And there's so many games I want to play. I got to obviously play Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2. I'm saving myself. I'm waiting.
Yeah, I respect that.
You know,
I respect that.
Release is right around the corner.
October 28th this year. It'll be here in no time.
So yeah, I mean, what's today again?
Today's the 1st.
Today's the 1st. So in
this month,
27 days, we're gonna have Titanfall 2. So I'm waiting, right? Because I've got my fill of a lot of these maps, and they've all been awesome. But also the other thing too, I play with my friends a lot. So you know, typically they get really salty when I end up getting access to like these games early.
Sure.
And because you know I'm a global icon, national treasure.
Yes.
And they're not. So it sucks for them. You know.
Dude, did you see that, like,
yeah, I know.
That slide jump across there and then just, I mean, unbelievable. Like
I wonder if he's using a standard Xbox controller too, right? He probably is.
I think it's just, you know, when you practice in this game and you put the time in to really master the mobility, you just start doing some pretty incredible things.
Well, I play with a SCUF. I play with a SCUF controller. Yeah. And in this particular game, it's awesome because you can slide really well. Actually, really excited though. I just picked up an Elite controller.
Oh, fantastic.
And I can't wait to go home and try that one out.
That's a great controller.
Because of the software and everything like that, too, which is really fun.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was just wondering, because his movement's, like, absurd. He might be also using a claw technique, too. I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh, sure.
Hurts, though, after a little while. My right hand cramps because of the way the index finger has to.
No, absolutely. Oh, see,
that's
Adversity should have gone for the slide there. Oh, when you go into that sort of like head-to-head 1v1, going into a slide obviously, you know, makes you a more difficult target to hit. Can throw their aim off. Gives you a little bit of advantage there. That should always be your go-to.
Ooh,
nice shooting.
Game Sager following it up with 2.
Beautiful.
Maybe finding a third as well. Yes, he will. That's going to be huge. And now looking to just continue to rack up the kills here. This is really well done here from Game Sager.
Yeah, they needed that too.
Oh yeah, they do. They're getting kind of booty smacked right now.
Yeah, I mean they need to grab B or get that A.
Yeah,
oh yeah, B's really being held down right now. It's kind of the point for Sage. I'd be like, guys, where are you?
Yeah, right. He needs help at B. They're going to be racking up points around the same time here, but keep in mind though, A and B will be getting it a bit more because of the possession of 2 points versus 1 that's amped up. So now they're going to be losing C, and this is not looking good. Panic Control, though. He's going to be the lone survivor here at C. Can he save his squad?
And he's using a challenging loadout there, too. That Thunderbolt with Kraber combo, you know, those are both very, very situational weapons. And so he's not going to be someone who can kind of get in the mix here in these sort of close quarters combats. He's really going to be relegated to sort of the perimeter and hanging back in the outside areas.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of need an assault rifle here. But see, I would love to see a shotgun in this particular
Absolutely.
instance,
And
right?
Titanfall 2 has some rad shotguns.
Oh, yeah.
The Mastiff and EVA-8 being 2 of them that you would have already seen before. Both of them are really fun to use, super effective, and you know, just fit the mobility really well where you're constantly on the move and getting in close. They're really fun to use.
Yeah, super fun. Now, 5 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock, folks. This is our final matchup of the day. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself watching some Titanfall 2 live at TwitchCon 2016 at the Xbox booth. Seen some Twitch broadcasters, guys like Legion and Game Sager. Seriously, when you get a chance, I mean, you're seeing what Game Sager pulls off here. He does this pretty much on a regular basis on his stream. So certainly give that guy a shout out. And a follow at twitch.tv/GameSager. He is just really, really good. Super talented kid.
Yeah, it's been really awesome to talk to streamers out here. A lot of them, a lot of folks that are anticipating and getting ready to stream Titanfall, which obviously that's one of the newer things in this industry that I think is really exciting. Is where you can watch people play these games, especially for us who ship the games, and then we get to go watch after it. That's the first thing I want to do. Once the game ships, other than play it, is see what other people are doing. So I'm really excited to see what streamers are going to do with this game.
Yeah, I'm going to be streaming it myself. I mean, I'm pretty pumped about it, right?
Create your own Golden Boy network.
Yes. I actually did create when the networks when Tech Test came out, I created a network just to test with my friends, and it was pretty cool. When the network idea was told to me at Gamescom, I was like, this sounds interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet, right? But then I remember how much I loved back in the day, the old clan system in Halo 2.
Totally.
And that was, not only did it give me like an extended friends list, which was awesome because back then you can only have 100 friends, and then in a clan you can have 100 more friends, quote unquote, so you find them in similar playlists. But it was great because, we were just kind of able to organize. I would always know who in my clan was online, so we could work together, play some games, And I think it's, kind of the same mentality here, right? Where the whole objective is to get you to work with your buddies and create your network, and maybe even if you're a personality, publicize your network so that your fans can join in, right? And I think that's actually really cool.
No, I agree. I think there's value on both sides. It's a great way for you to. We wanted to make the game more social and make it easier to find other people that have the same type of interests that you do. So it's whether that could be the college that you went to, state that you live in, sports teams that you like. There could be all sorts of different types of networks, but you're right. For Twitch streamers, it's actually like there's a lot of value to it because, imagine, you could create an invite-only network, for your subs. And when you're playing, all your subs can join in on the network. You can set happy hours for that, so they'll get notifications for it and be able to play with those guys and make them feel like they're getting this sort of exclusive experience. So yeah, I think networks is something that's going to continue to grow. I think it's going to be kind of a big differentiator for us in a way that sort of evolves the idea of playing with friends and meeting new people. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to grow as well.
Yeah, and I would even say that like meeting new people has certainly been a I don't want to say a challenge, but obviously we're just such a connected group of people now, right? In this day and age, but we at the same time do value our privacy, and it's been a long time since I've met people playing games, right? I can't just play matchmaking, so I'm really looking forward to networks to expand upon that. Especially if I just make it public, people will search it, they'll find it if they discover it on their own, and you never know what friends you'll be able to create from that, which again, for me, my entire experience in the video game industry has just been meeting friends, making new friends, and continuing to grow those relationships, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
And by the way, there are 7 Titans out right now total, but 4 in one squad, and this is certainly going to be very interesting to see how this plays out here.
Yeah, I mean, you see these guys
They're coming back.
We're seeing a comeback happen here right now. These guys are frozen at 370.
Uh-oh.
And Sager's team is, woo! Wow, that was just...
Yeah, it kind of got roasted there.
That laser core is something else.
It is brutal. It is brutal.
Oh, it's a good... Oh, see, that's going to be tough for that Ion right there. I like this. They're comboing right up, and you're not even going to give them a chance to let that Titan make any kind of difference in this fight.
Yeah.
Great positioning.
Shut it down right away. Not really... They're going to have somebody there with them, though, so at the very least...
I would knock that tripwire, throw that right down there. Read my mind.
Look at you. Not bad. Way to go, Panic Control.
Nice. Yeah, got a great damage there.
Yeah, but he's not going to have a lot of help remaining, though. He's going to creep around the corner, finds Ion Titan, and just absolutely shreds him. Laser Core is online, and there you have it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. He was not hitting him.
That would have been great.
That would have been the most frustrating thing in the world.
Seriously.
Go up there and melee him. Melee him. Go, 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 go. Never mind. I respect the hustle. All right. Back over to some infantry gameplay, though. We're going to have 40 seconds left, guys. This is our last matchup of the day. It is all coming down to this right here.
Yeah.
It is a close game as well, 394 to 344. But despite the best efforts of Smokaloke and crew.
Yeah, what a turnaround. They went from
fully
trip
capped.
cap, and the other team just went right back at it and gave them a taste of their own medicine there, which is this late into it when you got 15 seconds left. I don't think there's a whole lot these guys can do. A lot of these have been much closer than what we got yesterday, though. You can tell these guys are getting a feel for each other.
Yeah. No, they're understanding the game a little bit more, which is always a plus. And this is going to do it, folks. There you have it. Game Sager and crew are going to lose, but are glorious in defeat. It is going to be 409 to 348. The epilogue begins as players now have to escape, whereas the winning team has the distinct pleasure of eliminating and potentially, hopefully, we really, really hope so, destroy the shuttle. That's really what we want. But I don't think they're going to do so because they only have one Titan.
He's not letting a lot of people get away, though. Oh! There it is.
Yeah, well, and keep in mind, he's on the losing team here, so he's trying to just get it to the ship.
Get it.
He just wants to dive in there. All right, here we go. He's probably going to grapple hook up. Oh, no, never mind. He's going for the picks,
I think
man.
he's just I don't want anybody to get on this ship.
Well, remember, he's the one who has to get on
Right.
it. So he says, I don't want anyone to stop this.
So he was providing a lot of support for his team there.
Yeah, not bad.
I think almost all of them were able to get in. Another close match. We didn't get what we wanted.
We did not get the shuttle destruction. We didn't get the shuttle destruction. That is going to be very sad. But folks, that was our final game of the day. But the good news is, though, we're going to be hearing from some of our Twitch broadcasters in just a little bit. But Jay, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll get it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm looking forward to, especially if we have a lot of the same group. Like I said, these guys are getting a little bit better. It's getting a little bit closer every time. I feel like tomorrow is going to be some really, really epic matches.
That's right. So we have some replays to check out as well. Let's go ahead and run through these bad boys here.
Let's see them.
Replay it up. What do we got? There were some good plays,
Yes,
though, man.
there was.
I really enjoyed it. Game Sager, of course, was just a human highlight reel waiting to happen.
Oh, this was good. Yeah, just taking out both these guys, trying to, like, he's hiding in that drop pod. Nope.
Really well done. Really well done. Scorched Titan found one. We got some awesome laser cores.
Yes,
Look at
we
the way
did.
the damage to that thing just absolutely
We need some
shreds people.
Scorch cores on the next one.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely want to see that.
I see great combo of Titan and Pilot working together there. And, oh, getting the goose.
Game Sager, no.
Almost.
Couldn't get it. Couldn't follow it up.
Almost.
That's unfortunate there. Again, there were just so many moments. Legion also was the superstar in this one. Played really well.
Oh, I like the slide.
Good work there. So overall, pretty fun.
A lot of great gunplay. Oh, see that slide coming in? Just a little too early. Try to anticipate it the best you can sometimes. Oh, that laser core shot.
Yeah. That was good. That was good. And then we also got to see Homestead, which was nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had not seen Homestead today at all. Did you guys have Homestead yesterday?
No, this was the first time we'd had it
First
on.
time, period?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably just for you, man. I'm going to show you some nice
I love
variety.
Homestead. It's a really good map, and they clearly know how to make me happy. So
that's all we wanted to do, man.
There you go.
That's all we wanted to do.
Win-win.
These shots too with Scorch, man. Scorch is such a satisfying. Oh, look at this.
Yep.
Hit the thermite. Look at that.
Love it.
I love just watching. I love how you can just
That one.
combo those moves together.
That shot was nasty. You also had Legion again, who, really just put the try-hard pants on and went to town on the other team.
Yeah, I think that sort of noob comment from yesterday really stuck with him, and he had a bone to pick today and really wanted to prove himself.
Yeah. And there's another laser core roasting. And look how much damage that did to Scorch there, man. Nothing you could really do.
Yeah, like I said, if you're caught out in the open when that thing's coming at you, you're just in a lot of trouble.
We also saw some of the Thunderbolt, too. That was nice.
Seeing the Kraber in the mix a bit more was
Kraber
really good
popped
too.
up, got some good Spitfire gameplay. Not bad. We saw no pistols, though.
Yeah, no pistol play, no shotguns.
No shotguns. I want some shotguns tomorrow. That 100% I want some shotguns. So nice stuff, guys.
We'll tell them after the show. We'll
tell
guys,
come on, play
Shotgun,
some shotguns.
come on.
At least on forward base, Kadai.
Definitely.
Right, at
Definitely.
least.
I think Boomtown's great for it too.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I want to see it happen. So we're going to be having some discussions with our broadcasters in just a little bit. So that is going to be awesome. Stay tuned for that. But this is it. This is, we're rounding it out. We're pretty much near the end. There's been a lot of cool stuff that we saw here today.
It's been a really, really fun day. Watching both games. Before the broadcast, I'm kind of hanging out back there. But I know Larry is ready with our influencers. Larry, you handsome devil, take it away.
Thank you, guys. You guys are doing a great job, by the way. I'm always amazed at when you have talent out there calling the game. Speaking of talent, I'm here with Panic Control, not Panic. You're a sniper. Yeah. So you were sniping. I was watching you were sniping the game. Let's talk about that and how sniping feels.
It feels really good. A lot of the chaos goes on in the middle of the map. Everybody's running for the hard points, right? And it's the map design was really cool because you could find little spots on the edges where you could hide in a bush or a tree or rocks. I mean, I know everybody wants to get a gun and run and jump in and get in the action and get the Titan and stuff like that. But for the people who really like sniping, I was finding those little points that was I can hide here and find where the action's going and cut off those lines and control the hard point from outside the map. And it felt really, really good. It felt natural.
Now, as a sniper, you've been sniping for a long time, various different games. How do you combat against the Titan? Because I mean, that's a new element in the sniping game.
If you let them get behind you, you're done. I mean, that's it. But the sniper class that I was playing, it comes with basically an electronic rocket launcher that is you're kind of. If you get in trouble, you can just pull that thing out and just start firing them off. But
it's the panic button.
It is the panic button. Yeah, and you have the decoy as well, so you can put a decoy out and then move somewhere else. Hopefully, they kill the decoy and not you. But it's a gamble. It's always that when do I move? When do I not move? How do I get damage in and not be seen and be that force multiplier?
I want to talk to you. You played the original Titanfall. Here we are with Titanfall 2. What tweaks have they made to this on the sniper side, at least that you're aware of?
Just as far as the map design feels better. It feels like I have more places to hide because before Titanfall 1, I felt like it was always I got to find a roof somewhere, but then everybody's looking on a roof somewhere for a sniper, right? This felt like, I can get on the edge of the map, I can get hiding behind bushes, I can get hiding behind trees. There's a lot more on the boundaries for people to maneuver around the enemy and stuff like that. It feels really good.
So, so you could set up, or as other people say, camping.
Yes, camping. Just pitch in a tent every day, all day.
That's pretty much how we can end this right now. All right, back to you guys.
All right, so thank you so much, Major Nelson.
I got to give
One
props
and
to Panic Control because he was the one showing a little bit more variety there. He was mixing it in with the cloak kit, mixing it up with the Graber.
True.
I like to see that.
I don't know, definitely. Super happy about that. Panic Control, huge shout out to you. And thank you so much for stopping by, playing. So, yeah, we're going to have a couple more interviews coming up here in just a little bit. As soon as we find out, we'll go ahead and send it over to the one and only Major Nelson.
I wonder if it's going to build some rivalries when this game comes out and starts Twitch. Like,
yeah,
so these guys have now played each other quite a few times. So it'd be really interesting. Like, just wait till the full game's out.
Yeah.
And like see what you're going to be able to do.
That'll give you the hands,
right?
You know?
I think so.
Just another day at the office.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm really pumped. Again, I'm just excited for this game. It's a fun game. It's a fun video game. At the end of the day, that's really what it's all about, right? And I think a lot of people here will agree. But let's go ahead, once again, toss it back over to the one and only Major Nelson. Larry, take it away, my friend.
All right, we're here with Doom 49 now. You were playing the objective pretty much in those last rounds. Tell us about that, because you're telling me something that you were doing something that nobody else was doing. Tell me about that.
It's basically amping the objective. You got to sit on it. When you cap it, you can actually keep capping it more. You'll see an orange line around the objective. And when you cap that second time, essentially it's amping it, it speeds up your point gain. So you can have one flag amped, and that can hurt the enemy team. So they have to get you off of that. But the moment you get off the flag or the objective, it starts losing its amp. So it can be really effective to amp it and help your team out, even if you're having a hard time capping those points.
Now, that's interesting because I don't think I was watching the games. I don't think anybody else was really aware of that, right?
No, they weren't. And I was just basically holding it. And I was actually seeing the points at the end of the game. I was on the top of it just by having the points from amping it. That's all you got to do. And it helps you get your Titan faster. You get extra points and other things that you can do with it.
So the key here is when you're capturing the point, capture it like you need to do, but just stay there and keep going because it's going to pay off somewhere.
That's right, and you can also do it tactically. Have one guy hold it while the other teams push up, and if you die, you can let your team know to fall back and get that amp again.
Now I want to talk to you about how did the Titans feel? I mean, we've been talking to a lot of the guys about that. What Titan were you rolling with?
I was with the Ion. That thing is amazing, especially when you aim down sight. You can shoot those 3 shots off. It really helps a lot on getting those players off of it.
You're doing the ADS, but you more importantly, you were staying there on the objective. Now, did you find when you were on the objective that you would stay there to amp it, but still calling your Titan to kind of be in AI mode?
Oh yeah, definitely. When I grabbed that Titan, I got right out and let it cover me around the objective while I held it, so I can amp it a little bit longer.
All right, there you go. All right, Doom 49. There you go. That's probably the most valuable tip I've heard in the 2 days I've been here. So back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Larry. And Doom49, an awesome guy. Check out his channels as well. This dude, he makes some really funny videos. And overall, it's just he's a comic in himself.
Nice. I'm sort of like taking notes because I recognize a lot of these guys, but there are some new faces here.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to going back to Twitch.
Before. Yeah, I've never checked out Panic Control. I'm gonna go and watch him now.
Yeah, awesome.
Doom49, also awesome streamer on Twitch, twitch.tv/Doom49. Check him out. He is just he's a riot. I mean, really, the dude. He always cracks me up. So
awesome.
Certainly a good time.
Awesome.
And he has a weird thing for chickens. I think it's chickens. It's like his whole branding is
such like
chickens.
a good mysterious primer. I'm like thinking what does that mean?
What is it? Yeah, no, right. He's like,
we gonna learn today.
He really likes chickens. Just alive, not cooked or anything like that. Just chickens
like
wearing
pet
glasses.
Chickens.
Okay. Enough about that, man. Let's go ahead and toss it back over to Major Nelson for our final interview. Larry, it's all yours.
Chicken. You're talking about chicken. They're talking about chicken. We're going to talk about Titanfall 2. Here with Game Sager now. You were out there. You guys are doing pretty well. I want to talk to you about the customization and what you've seen in the customization in this build. You've been down to Respawn. Tell us about that.
Well, in the real game, you could customize your pilot's character. You can make the skins look different. You could customize the skins on the guns, your Titan guns, and there's like a face thing you could put on the Titan. So we have all that. With the loadouts, there's a lot more loadouts than we've seen so far. Like, there's probably 6 more abilities than we've used here. So there's phase shift, there's an amped particle wall, there's all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And there's a lot more weapons too, so.
Let's get back to the game here that we were just watching in the matches. What were you doing in there in terms of what loadout were you using and what Titans were you focused on?
I mostly use the car and the Ion Titan still because it's the precision Titan. so I like him a lot. And yeah, I use the car with the sonar knives. It lets you see pilots through walls whenever you throw it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know it wasn't you. It wasn't the team. But I was watching the matches you were in, and I don't know if you know this, but there were some people actually in the other team who were like throwing grenades at themselves. Were you aware of that?
No, I was not.
So I mean, you guys were playing great, but they weren't doing themselves any favors.
I killed myself with a nade once on a.
Maybe that was you.
I threw it at the floor and I walked right over it.
Well, maybe that was you. Now, so you've got this coming out, but you had a chance to play the much fuller game when you were at Respawn, right?
Yeah.
And there's not much you can say, but you can just say you're pretty excited about it.
I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
Game Sager, thanks so much. All right, gentlemen, Jay, Alex, back to you guys.
I wish I had hair like Game Sager. You know?
I wish I had style like Larry Herb.
Oh, dude.
Don't we all?
Major, I try my absolute best, man. I just don't have the swag that Major Nelson has.
None of
man.
us do. None
he's
of us
a savage.
do.
He's
Yes,
a savage.
yes.
But imagine though, just entertain me for a moment. The swag of Major Nelson with the hair of Game Sager.
Whoa.
Someone should Photoshop that.
Whoa.
That's what I think.
Thank you, Twitch
Meme
audience. Please help us with that
Meme
Photoshop.
it.
Oh my God.
Yes. So. What do we do? I just think that I want to see Game Sager, his hair, on your head.
You know, I used to have locks like that back in the day, so.
I want his wardrobe.
Find it, internet.
Find it. Find it. It's yours for the taking.
That sounds great.
Oh, my goodness. The one and only Major Nelson, by
Yes.
the way. The guy is an absolute legend. Definitely someone that I have looked up to for many years now.
Same.
He's
the real deal.
He is. He really is,
100%
man.
the real deal.
He's a funny dude.
Yep.
So guys, that's basically it for today, right? We have some awesome moments for Battlefield 1 as well as Titanfall 2. For me in particular, me playing Battlefield 1, I was a champion. I was awesome. I just want to say I'm the best.
Well, you were the Sager of the team.
I went 29-0. I went like 25-2. Like, come on, guys. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. But for Titanfall 2, though, there was a lot of really cool moments. We got to see some great movement from Game Sager, Legion, Game Sager, that little rivalry
Legion
build-up.
stepped it up. There was definitely an overall improvement and a little bit more swagger to him this time. A little bit more try-hard this time for Legion than what we saw yesterday, for sure. Like I said, I think he had something he wanted to prove today, and I think he did.
The game's got a little sweaty.
A little bit.
We're all a little verklempt.
A little bit.
The pits.
Those guys are like going to go take a shower and like chill out after this.
Pits were a little damp.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I can smell it from here for sure.
That's very true. That could be me. We never know. I'll never admit it. But yeah, guys, it was great, of course. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it back home. Make sure you let us know what your favorite moments were on Twitter. Tweet at Xbox, tweet at Titanfall Game. Those are the Twitters to check out for sure for updates on Xbox, for updates on Titanfall.
Yep.
Also at Battlefield for updates on Battlefield. That's been pretty much what's been going on here throughout this entire weekend. We're going to be back tomorrow. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
So don't forget about that. We will be live once again right here on twitch.tv/Xbox as we dive deep into some more Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 gameplay.
It's been a really, really fun weekend. You know, one of the things the audience can't see, like we're sitting out in the open.
Yeah.
Like we're not inside a studio right now. We're like out in the booth. We can kind of see the show floor and everything. So there's just tons of energy here, tons of just like people stopping by, seeing a few great costumes. I'm just loving the sort of energy and just sort of overall positive vibe of this
People
event.
are trying to like throw me off my game as I'm casting.
You're very popular. I've
It was
noticed
like
tons
one
of people are
guy
like, oh my
who
God, Golden Boy!
One guy walked by shirtless. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. It's true.
It's
Why
true.
would I lie?
There are no rules, I
I'm
guess,
a global
for that type of
icon
stuff.
and national treasure. Why would I ever lie to you people back at home? You know?
He doesn't believe it. He doesn't
a-
believe in it.
Well, guys, on top of that, too, at the top of the show, we did talk about some of the things that we're going to be doing for you guys, the viewers. Some of the giveaways and all that good stuff that we have for you.
Yeah, you do not want to turn off the stream just yet.
That's right, because there have been giveaways all weekend long, and these giveaways are going to continue on. So let's go ahead and do one. Jay?
What do you want? I'll let you pick. I did the last two codes. What do you want to give away?
Oh, man.
here
Well,
right
you
now?
know what? I think it would be a little cheating considering I already know what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and pick it anyway. We're going to give away a Design Lab code.
There it
you
is.
go.
Right
Go
there.
redeem it.
First
Go.
come, first serve.
Redeem that bad boy. That is a free controller. Okay, people? That costs money.
They're not cheap.
All right? That costs money.
A free controller that you,
know
have
who has to,
designed.
you know who has to pay for that? Larry. Major Nelson has to pay for that controller out of his own
He's
pocket.
getting controllers out for everybody right now.
I know. I mean, he's such a Giving person. He's such a giving person.
You know what? I think Larry was just like, let's do another one. Boom!
Did he really?
Another code.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. The check's going to be low this month, Larry.
Fill it in.
They're giving away yet another code. There you go. Go ahead and redeem that one. Let us know in the chat when you do so.
It's beautiful.
And
I
tell
love
us what
giving
controller.
away stuff. This is fun.
I like giving away stuff, too, at the
This is
expense
really
of
good.
Major Nelson. I think it's fantastic. You know,
We don't really have to do anything. Like, honestly, it's
Not
kind of
at
silly.
all.
We're going to get the credit for it.
Exactly.
Like,
They're
they
gonna
get
be
the
like, "Thanks."
amazing production team that makes the graphics and put this whole thing together, and we just sit up here and go like, you're getting a code! And
I
we
know,
look
right?
awesome
I
for
feel
it.
a little bit like I'm channeling my inner Oprah right now.
Yeah.
The last thing I can do is just start giving away some, like, Ferraris or something like that.
And I know you have a strong inner Oprah.
Yeah, no,
I
I
know
do.
you do.
I'm just,
I know it's
honestly, the
powerful.
one thing I want to do is host a daytime talk show. It will happen one day. So we also got to talk about the Xbox sweepstakes as well. Make
Yes.
sure you guys use that hashtag Xbox sweepstakes on the Twitters. Let us know what are your favorite moments, things, and all that good stuff here. Jay, you want to talk a little bit more about that?
We're going to be giving away 4, count them, 4 Xbox Ones. You can see them in the display cases that we had showed earlier up here. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the Xbox One S with, the Vanguard Titanfall 2 Elite controller, the
This
Vanguard
bad boy.
edition of the Xbox S with the Vanguard controller, the sleek and simple but yet beautiful
Keep
Battlefield
going.
1
Keep
matte
going,
military
Jay.
green, and last but most certainly not least, the Xbox One S. In
Bring
addition,
it on,
You know what I
baby.
love about this console, in addition to the 4K, the HDR, the great visual upgrade
All
stuff
those
that you
other
have?
things.
2 terabyte hard drive up to.
That's true.
That
Actually,
is the
the other
bomb.
thing I like as well, is this bad boy right here has the internal battery.
Also
The
true.
internal power supply.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful new addition kind of to the Xbox hardware library. I really definitely want one of these. Like I said, I recently saw this in I always liked the idea of it when I saw it, but seeing it in person, you're kind of like, yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, no, for
I
sure.
want it. I want it.
It's awesome.
And
it's
some
awesome
some
stuff.
of you are going to win one. So
Some of you.
use that hashtag.
Back at home.
Hashtag Xbox sweepstakes for your chance to win one of these super rad consoles. It's
And then,
awesome.
of course, finally, while my microphone keeps on moving away because my fat behind is sitting on the cable, finally, one of the last things that we got to talk about is the Titanfall Vanguard edition.
Yes.
That's right. So
Pretty awesome collector's edition we have
that,
coming out.
in order for you to win that one, you use the hashtag TF2CE sweepstakes. Okay, right there, right where the Xbox is. So, boom, right there. Don't you?
Yeah, great partnership with our friends over at Amazon. This is a really rad,
Amazon's a great company. I love Amazon. As an employee, I must say these things.
I
No,
believe
I'm
you.
kidding.
Yeah, there's a great shot of it. So you've got the scarf, the game itself. You got the patches, dog tags, journal. This amazing helmet the team did an
That you can
incredible
wear.
job on. That you can wear. That you can use as a display. The visor does light up. It does have VOBT that you can have play inside when you're there.
You're just saying letters now.
I'm just saying letters and words.
Saying things.
BT7274, the Vanguard class Titan. You will be playing with in the single-player campaign.
Yeah, it comes with a game.
It comes with a
You know,
video
no
game.
big whoop.
The game you've been watching this whole time.
no
Yeah,
big
you
deal.
also get that. You get a lot of toys and also a video game.
And a video game,
Yeah, which
right?
should be
It's
pretty
like,
cool,
oh,
too.
you get all these other things and a video game, you know? But that's awesome, though, of course. So that is basically going to do it for us here. Make sure you guys join us once again tomorrow right here on twitch.tv/Xbox, live from TwitchCon 2016 here in sunny San Diego, California. That's going to do it for myself, Golden Boy, as well as my homie Jay Frechette. We'll talk to you guys later. Take care of one another. Keep on gaming. Peace out.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. With 4K Ultra HD video and Blu-ray, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. The ultimate games and entertainment system.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.